nothing too crazy. I know some players would go crazy on the first game, but it's like, you know, you're still kind of just getting used to the tournament environment and just getting into the mood to play some tournament games. So I think just playing normal for the first game is going to be good for most people. But yeah, let's look at the map.
Yeah, go for the map, because this is the game number 1. Kasva Britons on the left as a red, on the right as a purple Vinchester. We will see if the colors red and purple is okay or not. If not, we will change shortly. Don't worry. And then let's go about the map for Vinchester, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, so Vinchester's map, the wood lines are far enough away that it's actually pretty easy to just wall between them. There's no weird gold that's kind of in the middle of the map or anything like that. Everything is wallable here. And, well, with aggression, you don't really want to be walling too much, but it's really not a bad map. The forward berries, forward gold is not too big of an issue because they're not too far forward. On the other hand, let's take a look at Kasva's map here. He's got berries and gold kind of more in the back. And then, well, the front is still pretty easy to wall. There's a whole lot of nothing on the front for him, which means that all of his resources are in the back. And look at this beautiful wood line in the back. He's just... yeah, both players have pretty okay wood lines, but Kasva's I like Kasva's map just a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, Vinchester identity is purple, and he loves it, but we're going to go for the best for the viewers. Let's put blue Mapu for Vinchester, and we go with blue and red, which is going to be easier in general for everyone, and we keep going from there. Thank you. And berries in front, we have okay, the eagle going already right away. And Vinchester now is going to be as a blue and Incas. Go.
Yeah, the one hit that he took on the scout is huge because the scout already loses against the eagle. Oh, but is he going to go under the TC? No, players aren't going to do that these days. Not in this tournament game. But yeah, it's going to be really hard to actually stop that eagle now with the slightly weakened scout. And this villager's in danger. Because this house needs to go up because this is his next house. He has to get this up, otherwise he's going to be out.
But now he's going to lame. Yeah. He can lame as well. Oh, this is a sloppy for Kasva. He will need now the loom, probably. Or not. No. It seems to be okay.
How long is he on the bill? You can't really tell he's on here, but yeah.
Premier Rush.
Okay.
Yeah. Rush already.
So, well, it is almost like a Drush FC map because it's pretty easy to wall this map. So, Britain's Drush FC... Or wait, no, that's the Incas player. Yeah. Okay, well, he's going to go for Drush. Yeah, he's going to be able to get a little bit of damage done, potentially, because his eagle is going to keep Kasva open. So, yeah, 3 militia are going to come in, and Kasva's not going to be walled.
Okay, let's see what he's going to do. He doesn't have yet the mill. He's going to make it right now to try to get some better economy. Still, he's getting now the second elephant, which is absolutely great, and he has to have the goats, a lot of goats obviously for Vinchester to take as well. He's doing already the militias, and now Kasva is the one who is going to explore and try to find what his opponent is doing. For now, the wood, like as you can see, is a little bit far, but it's at the back, so it's great, and the militias are coming. He's going to find his opponent, maybe, but we need to focus now in those militias, Mr. Mapu, and see what is he planning to do, what he's planning to achieve. He can see the goal, but the militias are just coming, and they are trying to get some damage probably on the berries, right? He's doing 2 again.
Yeah.
Why only 2 survivalists?
Yeah. Okay. So the reason why people are going 2 militia these days is because then you don't need to take 10 gold, because normally you need to take 10 gold to afford the 3rd militia if you also want to get loom. Also, you're spending less resources on the militia, which means you can get up to feudal age a little bit more smooth, especially if you want to follow it up with ranges, because you want to be up fast enough that you can actually get the archers or the skirmishers out. So 2 militia works really well if you aren't Drush FCing, you're going Drush flush. Another reason for that is that 2 militia hits faster than 3 militia because, well, you don't have to wait for the 3rd militia. So those 3 advantages are what you get for just going 2 instead of 3. Now, the advantage of 3 militia is that you do a little bit more damage and you can fight more villagers and stuff like that. But usually people wall up anyways. So in this case, the 2 militia have done just as much as if there were 3 militia.
Yeah, so and you can see that the difference is that look at the time up for Vinchester is still very smooth. He's going like if he's going up 20 pop population, but with the militias on the field all the time, denying potentially the goal because he cannot take the goal for now. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going.
So you know what?
Well, he's doing now the mining camp. What he did?
Kasva thought that gold. Kasva thought Vinchester's main gold was a neutral gold because he only saw 3 tiles of it. So he thinks that's a neutral gold right now, and he has no clue. Well, he knows now, but he had no clue that Vinchester was there, and he's not going to know the follow-up. Well, he's going to scout it now, but a 3rd militia is out, and he's going to follow it up with men-at-arms. It's going to be 2 militia drush into men-at-arms. Super smart play here.
It's a very nice one. He's even taking the house, and honestly, it's very nice because he will need a house here. Oh man, this is, well, okay, he's repairing, but yeah, it's gonna cost you a lot of wood. Now the house is already with what? Recovered the armor because we are in feudal age. Okay, doing the archery range, 2 police on goal. But still, he's doing a good job now, and he's forcing him to be at home. And now Vinchester is completely safe on his own base, doing the double attacks, archery range right away. Yeah, I like what Vinchester is doing here.
Yeah. That was sloppy, losing a little bit of HP to the TC. Not the end of the world. He didn't lose the scout, but still. It's going to be just range opening from both players. Pretty standard stuff. And let's see if we're going to see some walls, though. Because, yeah. So Vinchester's going to get his walls up on that side. Just because Kasva was up a little bit faster, he's going to be scared.
Yeah, also I like a lot that Vinchester didn't forget about the upgrades. He has already Horse Collar, double attacks, archery range already, securing the map, wall in front completely. But he keep the aggression. He's going forward with... No. He's doing... it's... Yeah, look at the economy. He has created already to Kasva a brutal chaos. And look at Kasva. He's now doing fire, but he has a lot of wood in the bank. He has the fletching, but he needs to make another lumber camp. I don't know if he's doing in front. Probably he's doing... No. What is he doing here? Or he's in the south, I think. He's doing another lumber camp in the south of that woodland. Okay, I like that too.
Yeah.
Fine.
This makes it so that all of his resources are kind of in the same area. It makes it a lot easier to defend when you don't have walls. If he makes a lumber camp just wherever, then it's really hard to defend both sides. So this makes sense.
Yeah, problem is that he has been housed. Is big walls here. And with so little, with those 2 militias, then added the follow 3rd militia, now man-at-arm. Vinchester, even if he didn't kill any unit, he has done a lot. No survivalists?
Yeah, well, he's forced a ton of idle time, and almost most importantly, he's forced Kasva's archers to stay at home. So if the archers are at home, then Vinchester can just breathe. He's not really worried as much about archers showing up at his gold or whatever. The men-at-arms will get cleaned up here.
Okay. Yeah, he's just adding his army at home. 2 archers, 2 skirmishers. Remember, guys, that archery range for Britons work faster. So with 1 archery range and blast, he might be okay. If he's even doing a second, he might be with a lot of army very soon being Britons.
Yeah, he really will be. And just 1 range archers from Vinchester, that's not going to keep up at all. Like, usually if you go 1 range, it makes sense to go for skirmishers, especially in this situation. But 1 range archers, he's just going to have not enough, and he's going to get overwhelmed. We'll see how the micro is. It's going to come down to micro on a hill, something like that. Or he might need to add more skirmishers. But,
okay.
fletching for both players.
Yeah, archers are coming. There's some people, survivalists, that is also telling in the stream, wow, we have 2 sets more after those. And what 2 sets? After those, we have Hera versus Jordan and the Viper versus MBL. You don't know yet? Well, stay absolutely tuned because it's going to be amazing. Archers are coming. Those archers are going to take this one. And now Kasva has, well, more army than his opponent. But as you said, he is still all the time at home. And this is not what you want when you are playing against Eagle Civilization, Mr. Kasva. Mr. Survivalist, sorry. Well, Kasva either.
Yeah, well, you know what? Those 2 archers killed a villager and 2 archers themselves. They paid for themselves and also killed a villager. So that was completely worth it going in. And yeah, Kasva's just still sitting at home. He can't really do anything here because, well, he kept his army in his back corner for so long. And now Vinchester's going to be fully walled. So even if he goes forward, it's not going to do as much. Although I don't really like that gate from Vinchester. That's just going to... It's basically a hole. When you make a gate like that, you're just putting a hole in your wall. So, yeah.
Okay, and Kasva already abusing the market like a beast. Sell the stone. I don't like with Britons selling the stone. It's true that if you go up faster, The range is insane. The bonus is fantastic. But if it's not happening, then you cannot make extra TCs as well. And then one of the main bonus from Britons is gone. Cheaper tone centers. You can boom it strong while you're doing army. But obviously, it's kind of situational. What do you think about this one?
Yeah. Well, if you sell the stone and then buy it back later, it costs you like what 150 gold or so to do that. You spend that resource, or you sell the stone early and then buy it back later after you've done damage with that early Castle Age push, and you've done more than 150 gold worth of resources to your opponent by going up faster. I think that's the thinking. So yeah, even though you're not getting as good of a value, getting up to Castle Age faster is super important because that timing with Britons is just impossible to stop in Feudal Age. So I think that's why players like to do this with Britons especially. Just get up, get to Castle Age, do your damage, and then if you have to buy TCs, then it's fine.
Yeah, and you can see what is happening here. Britons versus Incas. He's on the way to Castle Age. He's gonna be in Castle Age in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Doing now Horse Collar, doing the armor as well. He is still with 1 archery range. Probably he will do another soon. And then, as you mentioned, survivalist, those archers are going to be sick. And here we see how Vinchester is about to go up, but he's gonna be able to counter this army. Look at this, losing all the archers, and now those archers are gonna be even stronger with 1 extra range. Yep. What is Vinchester gonna be able to do now? Difficult, man. Very difficult.
Vinch did trade 1 for 1 on those archers. He traded like 5 archers for 5 archers, so it was okay. But yeah, whoa, stable. All right. Yeah, skirmisher defense is not gonna be the only thing that works here, or the thing that works here. And I think we've seen this before in King of the Desert. Britons going for the crossbow push, but then also adding in a few knights because, well, what can the opponent do? If you're up faster as the Briton player, well, your opponent has to go for skirms, and then you just make knights. And then you have crossbowmen and knights, and it's so hard to deal with. So that's what we're gonna be seeing.
It's 2 minutes almost. Look at the timing. It's almost 2 minutes. It's true that I don't like that he has only 1 archer range, but still he has 11 archers. Those archers are going to be sick in a moment. But, well, he did double palisade. He needs those palisade Vinchester. But I'm not sure. Do you think he's going to be able to break it there? He should be able,
yeah, he'll break in. Yeah, he'll break in for sure. Yeah, there's just not enough units, or he's gonna lose his army like this. Like either way, this is so good.
Oh, he's open. It's a hole. It's a hole. It's a damn hole. Oh my god. Well, that's it. I mean, unbelievable. I can't believe that is happening over and over and over and over. And the archers are in, and now he's taking absolutely everything. Survivalist. Whoa, man, it's over.
It costs you nothing to check with a palisade. That's what people need to be getting used to. Check with a palisade. You'll see if it's open or not. Then this doesn't happen. In such an important series, too.
Yeah, it's incredible, man. It's really incredible. Like, well, it's 6 villages behind. He still have some good resources, but the problem is 0 villages on goal now. He's doing the Bodkin arrow. Now, that knight is doing also a massive damage. Yeah.
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 You need skirms, but then the knights are coming in, too.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Don't really have any upgrades, though. They're not actually that scary. These knights actually die to skirmishers because they don't even have +1. So
yeah, but they don't die against the villages. Survivalists. Yeah. But they don't die. I mean, if he's going into the wood line, it's a disaster now doing the crossbow upgrade. But he has 1 crossbow. 1 archer. What? Yeah. What he's doing with that knight?
That's a mistake.
Okay.
What? He needs at least skirm here. All right.
Well, he did the crossbow upgrade.
Yeah, that's. Well, he's queuing crossbowman. He wants to make a switch, but how are you going to go crossbowman against Britons in this position, too?
It's so weird. Really weird. Now he's losing so many units. He has to be careful. He's still 11 villages behind.
The knight.
Yeah, not these Inca village, right? Because they don't have any upgrade. If they got the upgrades, maybe. But he's not sending a village. He could have sent a village and tried to slow down his raid because he's still coming with more units and he's still not walling. Just send a village and wall. Well, the score is still not too big difference, but can Vinchester come back here?
These knights will die. these knights don't have any upgrades, so they're not really that scary. They did a lot of damage, though, just looking at the eco. And, well, Kasva does have a second PC. He bought back the stone. It's just, it makes sense. It's like he got his early damage done by being up faster, and now it's worth it to buy back the TCs. So that's just, yeah, Kasva's just going to boom now. He's going to keep doing just one range, one stable pressure, but he's not really trying to kill Vinchester here.
Well, he has 14 villages killed. Yeah, 14 villages killed is what you are talking. No, he's going with a siege wars of forward, with a village and then siege wars of forward. I don't know if he's needed, to be honest, because as you mentioned, with this economy advantage, maybe you just keep going, you know. But maybe he's afraid that with Incas he's going to go now full eagles if he's stopping the pressure. I don't know. But you don't need to pressure with the siege. Now he's still there with the crossbows. The least skirmishes are coming. And, well, he's going to clean that army. He has to be careful, Kasva, because if he's going forward... Yeah,
if he goes forward with siege, he could make a bunch of siege and just lose it for free. So this is a bit of a risky play. I don't know. Because, well, there's only 4 crossbowmen and 4 knights on the field for Kasva. So that's really not that much to support a siege push.
Well, actually, now Vinchester has more army. It's still obviously really behind in terms of economy. But checking this, if Vinchester was wall, he was completely fine. Now he's opening. Yeah. Those knights are going back. But as you mentioned, those knights are without a single upgrade. Those knights with against a +2 crossbows and skirmishes, they die.
Yeah. 2 stable knights as well with no upgrades. This is crazy. He can't afford this. The Mangonel's going to pop out, and we'll see how much damage the Mangonel gets. But if he doesn't get a lot of damage done here, these units from Vinchester is going to clean up everything that Kasva has.
Should he go Eagles now?
The knights look scary, but they're actually not that scary with no upgrades. They're really not scary at all.
You need to micro now. The problem is the Mangonel. The Mangonel there is definitely more scary, but I was asking you, do you think he should go now some Eagles? Of course, he doesn't have a greatest economy now, but he's doing a good job, Vinchester.
Yeah, it's difficult to go Eagles here because there are knights on the field, and then the crossbowmen kind of can deal with them, even the siege with well-landed shots, so it's really hard to make Eagles switch here because, well, he has no upgrades for them, so it would be a long time before affording upgrades. So yeah, the defensive siege makes sense. Even defensive monks could be okay.
Okay, we can see. Well, the monks is great idea. Great idea there with the monks. We see how those crossbows now with the +2/+2 can deal properly. Sadly for Vinchester, he is still obviously on 1 TC, while Kasva still keep the pressure and has 3 tone centers. Even if he's not the best attack now for Kasva, the advantage he has is just insane. As you can see with the 3 TCs and coming with the army, he need to split those units, kill the Mangonel. But as you were talking, he's gonna lose now units for nothing. And he don't want to lose the army here. Still, the advantage is so big.
Vinchester at home and on 1 TC though. So this is accomplishing exactly what Kasva needs. Kasva's just sitting back with 3 TC production, no problem, and he's just streaming in units a little bit at a time. He's not overcommitting or anything. So this is exactly what Kasva actually needs to do. Just keep the pressure on, and yeah, just continue to boom. That's what Britons do.
But now with that army, he cannot pressure anymore. He most likely might kill that siege war shop, or he will just ignore and go back to try to attack, because Vinchester has a lot of experience, even if he's very young, but he has a lot of experience in this game. So survivalist, he knows that he needs to attack, or he's pretty much bye-bye in the game. And you can see those knights are still so weak. What I don't understand here is the choice of the double stable. Probably 1 stable was more than enough, and then go full arches, which is not the case. And now Kasva won't have army at all. Yeah, he's about to go up to in, but without army.
I think Kasva's idea with the 2nd stable was, in case Vinchester started to add in eagles, he wanted to have more knights, but that never happened, so that's why he never used the 2nd stable. I think that was the idea. It kind of made sense, but it didn't end up actually working for him. And this fight should be great for Vinch.
Yeah, and now he's doing a skill bar in armor. It's still the economy for Kasva is much better, obviously, but there's no army anymore on the field for Kasva. Vinchester is getting closer into the economy. Is now going to make a... Sorry, in economy, no, in... in population because he has double the army, and doing a second TC. That's what I wanted to say, that he's doing a second town center. But he still need to attack a lot. The thing is that now, well, now Kasva can make even nice +2 if he wanted, with the economy advantage he has, just spam army.
Well, he's going to go up to Imp. He can cancel all of the crossbow that he has in queue and just go up to Imp. And that might be the better play, because how are you going to deal with crossbowmen from Britons, who was an Imperial Age, and then he also has, like, he's going to have the tech lead and the eco lead pretty soon. He won't have the military lead, Kasva. Kasva's, the only disadvantage Kasva's going to be in is just he's going to have less military army, or military numbers, but he's going to have tech and also the eco lead, which is pretty huge.
He want to go in, but he can't. He couldn't till now because he didn't have the buildings. Now he has the buildings, and he's still going. As you can see, I mean, we are watching this game, and we notice how that hole, it's impacting Vinchester game. Because with the hole, look how he's countering here now with almost triple the army, playing really well and controlling the units so good. Imagine if he didn't have the hole. Vinchester would be in a very good position because he's a really, really excellent player, really good with the micro as well, very fast. But in this situation, he's in a rough position. At least now, Kasva has 0 villages on goal. He's not Mangon alone.
Yeah.
I mean, don't leave a Mangon alone, Eli. I hate when I see the Mangon alone, man. Seriously. Ah.
Well, the Mangonel, he couldn't go with the main force, and the main force needed to go in and do damage, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's how it had to be. Yeah, where are all of Kasva's gold villagers? That's a really good question, because that's very important to know. Because, well, how is he gonna make anything with no gold?
He has no goal, and the castle he's doing is not really helping to protect the goal. So if Vinchester is aware of that, well, now he's gonna be fine. I mean, he's doing a TC, minding the goal. Still, that castle is not protecting the goal if he was paying attention, you know?
Yeah.
Now he's killing some villages. Still no ballistic. He's losing a lot here, Vinchester, for no reason, to be honest.
Yeah, well, no ballistics is really hurting him. It's really hard to micro against units when you don't have ballistics. This is... Oh, one more big shot.
Oh my god! Look at Kasva face! Oh my god! Kasva military, he lost absolutely everything. Look at the population. He's gonna make a castle. He's gonna make... Man, if he's doing a castle in that area, even if he's in Imperial, be careful, because the both goals are there, and the snowball can happen, because look at Vinchester resources already. Look at Vinchester resources, and Vinchester can come back from the hell. I mean, seriously. He can't deny the goal, he did the tower, but he has no resources, and Vinchester, incredibly, it's back in the game. Survivalist, he's up to Imperial in a moment.
Maybe he needs to get another TC down because he's still behind, but that was a very good play to get himself back, because there goes Britain's early Imperial Age timing. There's no timing Kasva can hit now in early Imp to do damage.
But look at these, you need the timing, and now Vinchester without the building, look at the resources, he can go to post-Imperial if he wanted. Damn, those mistakes, this is all because of the pressure of the game. You know, the situation, decider, you can't lose games because you are out of the tournament. What do you think? I mean, it feels like this, seriously.
Yeah, well, I think he thought he maybe had the university for ballistics already, because why wouldn't he have ballistics at this stage, and he just forgot it. And, well, that's how it is sometimes, so... Well, he'll be okay, though. I think he'll be okay, because he killed so many of Britain's units, and tower is beautiful.
Oof.
And
he's gonna kill a lot.
Tower is beautiful. Wow. Wow,
whoa,
wow,
whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
With ballistics, what to do now? Even more, but wow.
What to do now with Incas versus Britons? What is the play here, Mr. Survivalist? Let's go.
Since Britain's is just going full ARB, Eagles could be good. And, well, Vinchester has 4 Eagles. It's like he's kind of thinking about it, but he's going Thumb Ring. He's going Thumb Ring. He needs to still get ballistics. He's just going to go ARB. Maybe ARB and Skirm or something like that, like a mix. And that's a pretty safe play. Although, if Britain's eventually gets Warwolf Trebuchets, those can do pretty well against ranged units once you get enough of them, so... We're not quite at that stage, but these towers are interesting. from Vinchester.
Well, he's
sort
protecting
of
all his all his base right now, survivalist. If you check 1, 2, when the trebuchets are coming, okay, but he's doing a great trade here with the skirmishers. You know, if he micro properly, obviously. Yeah, because he didn't at that point. Light caps. I mean, the biggest issue here is that there is like almost 50 villages difference, you know? Like, the population difference is insane. Vinchester need more boom. Obviously, if Kasva is not raiding and let Vinchester reboom, then be careful, because the Eagles, the mobility, if he's able to put those there, it can do the job. But for now, there's no transition to Eagles. Not at all.
Yeah, Vinch really needs another TC or two, but if he invests that much into economy, he might just die. So he's gonna go for his Imperial Age techs on his ranged units. And, well, this could be a free trebuchet if he shoots it with all of his units. It's gonna go down slowly.
But this is so bad. Well, like you don't send a trebuchet that you have only 2, and he's sending the trebuchet alone. Even if he got four arbalest, sorry, 4 eagles there. This is not good, man. He's gonna lose the treble. He's not losing because there's no army.
Yeah, he was relying on going around and doing damage to the eco, but there's towers everywhere. Kasva can't do anything.
Even if he's doing war tower, he's gonna kill that army. He need to use a couple of Kamayuks, honestly. If I was him, 2 Kamayus with the range, did you kill the traps? And now he's gonna be able to kill maybe, but make some units there. Yeah.
Well, at the same time, the Eagles are finally moving and going to raid in the back of Kasva's base. So we'll see if Kasva actually realize it during all this this crazy stuff that's happening right now. It's probably not the most important raid, but it does attract Kasva's attention. And, well, here come the Kamayuk.
No, I mean, he has no army. The Kamayus are great also against the light caps. The Kamayus eat the light caps, actually. They just kill it. Well, if the arbalists are not there. Yeah. Exactly. If the arbalists are there. Honestly, all for Vinchester here is the first call, because after that, I really think that he's playing, let's say, better, but he was in a huge disadvantage. I don't know if you agree. GG?
Yeah. GG. He just didn't have the economy to replace anything. And, yeah, just was a little... Not enough in the end there. The towers were great, but just not enough.
It feel like, well, Kasva makes some moves that could throw, but the disadvantage was that big that you feel like Vinchester has done, like in the first game on the previous series, like a warm-up game. Like, okay, I'm behind, but I want to get into that shape with my gameplay because I cannot resign that quick. It seems very, very similar to the first game in the previous series. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you think about it, the person who's going to win the game is already going to be feeling pretty good. Okay, I've already won. But if you're losing the game, you don't want to just resign right away, because then it's like, oh, wow, I just got owned. At least you want to drag the game out so that you get your head back in the game. Even, it's over, but, you're going to try. Maybe you make a good play here and there. It's like, okay, maybe this guy isn't so far ahead of me. I can get him in the next one. So I think extending the game in a first game is actually just a really good idea if you're behind. Just keep playing. And it's good.
You want to make your opponent work, right? Okay, you're gonna win, but you have to win the game. And I'm not gonna give you anything for free. All right. Now that we have seen those civilizations, still the civilizations that are there, I really enjoy just watching those, because I really think that Celts, Cumans, Byzantines are so fun to watch. Then Japanese and Lithuanians, potentially super aggressive civilization as well. I love Kasva draft. Seriously.
Yeah, Celts is super interesting on here. Is just, I don't know. We don't see as much Celts, I feel.
Exactly.
And, it can be hyper-aggressive civ. It can be okay later on in certain situations.
Let's see.
I
let's
wonder
see
what
the players.
We're going to see next.
I know now, and you're going to get hype. Please, let's put the players and see how they're preparing, because it's 1 minute I'm going to be there, Mr. Frizzy. Let's go there. And we got Tatars versus Byzantines. Well, I like how Kasva is preparing. What do you think about this preparation, Mr. Survivalist?
This can be difficult. So, Tatars, Cav Archers, Crossbowmen in early Castle Age, insane. You have to get past that point with Byzantines. After that, it's smooth sailing, though. Byzantines the skirmishers are just so cheap. The halberdiers are so cheap. You always have an answer to everything. You just have to play it properly. Now, early on, Tatars with the sheep bonus is going to be really strong as well. So you're always fighting uphill with Byzantines to start. but you have to make plays that allow you to get ahead. So taking an early good engagement, maybe sneaking in horse collar because you have the higher HP on the walls, so you can delay a little bit. Stuff like that. You have to play a little greedier.
Just to prefer here Byzantines. Well, you always prefer Byzantines.
I always
but
prefer
Tatars.
Byzantines. That's not even a question.
Okay. But Tatars is complicated here to face. I believe. But Tatars is always complicated, and also with the 25% bonus with the hills is
the hills. Yeah, there's a lot of hills.
Very tricky. A lot of kills here.
Yeah, we're not going to be seeing really cataphracts because that doesn't really work here. So
sorry, survivalist.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry,
we match.
I forgot. Sorry. Now we're fine.
There we go.
Actually, the colors also are. I mean, you are red. I'm pink. You know, we are on point. We're on point. We're on point. Anyway, game number 2. Now I can remove the glasses because I don't see anything. Survivalist. You know. Oh my God! Look how close they are. Tatars and Byzantines, but Kasva in the south, Vinchester in the north. But damn, let's analyze the map because look at these generations as well. So open map for both sides, but look how close they are.
This, and with the players spawning so close to each other, we might see another forward from Byzantines because that's, well, as we saw in the previous set, that was a very strong strategy. Just going forward, those berries are forward for Vinch, so that's going to be easy to be taken off of, and that could snowball. Though the map can be walled. It's difficult, but it's not too difficult. Like this map is for Vinchester can be walled. The wood lines could be connected, and well, how are you going to get in with trash?
Yeah. Anyway, Vinchester is a player that loves to go aggressive. I mean, he couldn't do it in the previous one because he was trying the militias. Then he got the hole, but he's a player that he loves to go aggressive. So if you are in the aggressive position, the map it matters, but less.
Yeah. And Vinchester needs to go aggressive here. Kasva's map is super open. You're pretty much always going to find some kind of damage here, even if it's just forcing up a bunch extra walls. Pushing deer already with a forward elephant, that's risky.
Yeah, because his opponent can come and raid. But they are not laming. They are going for the safe approach. You can see how he's now pushing the ostrich as well. Okay. And we'll take now the elephant. We see 4 villages on wood for Kasva. Kind of expected. Vinchester with only 3. Maybe he's going to go scout. We listened yesterday. I think it was Lear. I don't remember exactly what player it was. Survival is that scouts is not the real opening. That is too risky to make damage because at the end you can. I mean, if you are not going for the heavy walls, you can wall your resources. So the scouts are much more complicated to make some damage.
Yeah, I agree with that. Really, scouts have fallen out of the meta because, well, they're great when your opponent is open and you're closed. So if you can wall your map and your opponent can't wall his map, then the scouts are okay because, well, you can always find some kind of damage forcing walls and stuff like that if the opponent's open. But once he's closed, you're not doing any more damage, and then you're also gonna die to men-at-arms archers, which is really the meta. So
yeah, well, we saw
scouts is difficult.
Yeah, but we saw with Sito, that was exactly the situation. Since he got the aggressive position, was open, and then with the scout did an amazing job. He got time to walk himself and did the job. But other than that, like a standard opening doesn't seem to be the best choice anymore. And now we see those walls here for Kasva. He's the walling at the back, he's now going to make the mill, and he's pushing all the deers. But it's so important who is going to find each other here earlier, because you might not know Vinchester is going to find his opponent, and he's going right away. The elephant! The elephant is there! I still didn't take the elephant. Look at the valley.
Okay, he's gonna take it though. I don't think he'll take it. Yeah.
But now, no. Why he's not laming? Laming the elephant, man. You are so close. I mean, survival is in this situation. Vinchester could take the elephant so easily. Look how close he's to his base. Why he's not laming?
Easily. Yeah. Well, conserving scout HP is good. That's the less risky play. So he doesn't have a good scout of the base. So since he's scouting so late, he really wants to look around before taking a boar all the way back home. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that you can take it, especially if Kasva's scout was in position to block. It's a pretty big risk there. And well, we see a barracks coming up. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing. Well, looks like he's gonna go men-at-arms. barracks is a little early because he can't really afford to use it right now. Whoa. Does he not see it? Amazing. So yeah, the barracks is up a little bit early, but still. So Vinchester really needed to scout Kasva's base, which is why he didn't lane. Because if he's going to have men-at-arms come in, he needs to know where to send the men-at-arms. So it made sense why he didn't steal.
Okay. Okay. Now we see Kasva that is doing a full wall on his base, but he has a problem, right? The survival is the problem is that the goal, it's forward. And really forward. The other two goals are also on the left. So here, Vinchester can still put the pressure. I mean, you want to pressure one of the main resources, and the main resources to pressure is the goal. And if Vinchester find the other two goals on the left, he could go even with a forward aggression with a tower grade will be. But if he's just going and put on the pressure, it will be an oath. Yeah, doesn't need exactly.
These men-at-arms are going to do a lot of damage here because where's Kasva's barracks? Does he even have one?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, only Vinch has the barracks.
Right?
Yeah, he's just going to go straight one-range archer defense, which actually can be okay with Byzantines, but not with walls like this. You have to wall a little bit bigger to make that work. I think that the one-range archer defense is not really going to be super strong here. We'll see how he executes it.
And survival is, remember, that gate with the men-at-arms there, it can go down like instantly. How you wall this here now? He will need 2-3 houses, and then even no barrack yet up. Look how the gate is going to go down when the men-at-arms are there. This is going to be a really rough position. Too much walls into nothing from Kasva.
Yeah, well, it's okay because he secured the woods, kind of. But, yeah, not securing the golds with the walls, I don't know. Yeah, I never like gates like this. Why do people put the gate? Why does he need a gate? He should just delete and then make a wall behind, or a house behind.
But look at this!
It's not like he has any units. So, yeah, he forgot his barracks.
Look at this. But forgot the barrack. He's now doing the tower as well. So he's going completely defensive now. I don't like that Vinchester. Why Vinchester in this situation is 17 seconds idle TC? You shouldn't have. I mean, Vinchester is getting a lot of idle time in the whole tournament, you know? He need to definitely fix that because he's going for the right decisions, but 17 seconds is almost a billion already.
Yeah. I think it was probably just to afford.
He's going forward. He's going forward. Survivalist.
Yeah.
He's going forward.
Here we go.
Because that tower is a bad tower. He can now make the tower in the north, and the goal is denied completely.
Yeah, and the only reason Kasva got the tower there is because he forgot the barracks, so his archers were going to be late. If he had the barracks, he could have just made an archer, and he would have been fine. But look at this town watch. So beautiful. He sees it.
Yeah, but
he's going to see it instantly.
Yeah, but now doesn't matter, survival, is because he can't send anything to take that tower. He has no army. He has no army. He's doing now the archery range. Gonna make probably now the blast bit, but he still have no resources. The scout, the men-at-arms, the archers are just coming. But, well, skirmishes, cheap, yes, but he's losing all the map control, survivalist.
Yeah.
All the map control.
Well, two-range archer or two-range skirmisher defense is going to be okay here. He's probably not going to die in Feudal Age unless the tower goes up on the wood lines. But, yeah, this is going to be a tricky situation, especially if Vinchester walls in his tower properly.
Oof, almost open, man.
Ooh,
he needs another house. Another house because he was almost open, and they get inside with archers and men-at-arms, and oh boy, you know, and Vinchester has fletching, you know, fletching while not fletching yet for Kasva. Definitely, Vinchester now playing very aggressive and smooth. What did he did with the village forward map? Do we know? Is he mining a stone? I think he's mining a stone at the back, just with those villages forward Vinchester. There you go. Yeah. 4 villages mining a stone. He walled that tower. Great. Still, he can take some gold. Well, that's actually nice. And as you mentioned, Byzantines is one of the best civilizations to defend, but this is starting to be a little bit too much. And hill advantage here.
Yeah. Well, hill advantage for Tatars. It's just insane. But, you know, I think Kasva is going to be all right here with the skirmisher spam. Like, as long as Vinchester doesn't add in some scouts here, I think the skirmisher spam is going to get Kasva up to the castle age. Eventually.
Okay. He's doing an archer lumbercamp at home. He has few farmers, but he's still getting the goats. He's coming with more villages. He's gonna make a tower in the wood. I like it. But he's gonna be able.
But
he's gonna.
Kasva has enough here. Kasva can defend against a tower. this is really risky for Vinchester to be here.
Yeah, at least they have the men at
arms,
arms.
but
the men at arms is so.
they're not going to last
Look
forever.
at this tower. Yeah,
I
but
think
look what he's doing here.
Kasva needs to pull Bills here and just deny that. He sees it. He's got everything he needs, but he's going to let that tower go up. That tower doesn't really accomplish too much, at least. Like,
yeah, but
well,
I think Survivalist, I think he's doing this tower here because he has felt Vinchester that he need to do it because his main idea was going to the wood, but then he noticed, okay, I don't have a node to go there. But he still is doing the damage. I think Vinchester is playing the right way and doing really, really well, honestly.
Yeah. Vinchester has good presence on the map. It meant that he didn't really need to wall at home, which means, well, he has more resources to spend on his military forward, which keeps the opponent at home, keeps him off of gold. Although, look, Kasva's on gold, so you know the tower from Vinchester was not. It doesn't actually cover all the gold. So
yeah,
it's
still getting that one.
Yeah.
Well, but he only has that tile. But he only have that tile, you know, that pile, you know? What is he doing now?
Yeah.
He's sending... Oh. He's gonna try to get the tower? He's going with so many villages because he got so many units. He's gonna try to get the tower. He didn't wall completely. Oh, I really can't believe that he didn't wall the tower completely. You gotta be kidding me. This is, in my opinion, a huge mistake by Vinchester. Like...
Yeah.
That tower is crucial for himself.
And look at these skirmisher numbers. Insane. And look, he didn't wall the corners. I don't know why people don't wall the corners. Because you can still attack it. Both towers are going to go down.
Vinchester is losing all.
With armor. Yeah.
It's losing everything right now.
There we go.
Oh my god.
So, it all comes down to, are these villagers going to die for Vinchester? These villagers that are in this tower need to all die. Then Kasva's in a great spot. Nice micro by Kasva. He can't really kill those vills that are on the tower. Yeah, these archers need to go in a place they can't be hit. But this is looking okay.
Yeah.
Once the tower ejects again, I think those vills are going to be dying.
Yeah, it's true that he's using so many to kill these towers, and now he's losing also he's losing so many units. Like this is start to be not that worthy anymore.
Yeah.
Survival.
Yeah, he needed to get real close
too
with
much
those
time.
There we go, like this. Yeah. And now he chases. He's gonna get one. That man is gonna die, but I don't know if he's gonna get much more because Vinchester's army is gonna be here.
Now it's
going to be really hard to pick off even one more.
He's also with the scouts, okay. He has to be careful, the army is coming. He don't want to lose the village, but the scouts are there. Scout, archers, and skirmishes. Now he has a good army. He's doing a good transition. Obviously, the economy for Vinchester has been a little bit better because he only is using these 3 villages. While Kasva, to take Vinchester off, has been using, what, 10 villages? So that's a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of idle time.
Yeah. Pretty good micro for both players in that fight. It was a bit of an uneven fight there. So I would say that the game is fairly even, but look at Kasva's resources. He's close. He's close to going up.
Market's
going to come
up,
and Kasva's going to be up to Castle Age first.
Yeah, one thing here that is very important. Here we can see how many resources you are saving doing skirmishes with Byzantines. They are so cheap. They are very, very cheap. So you are saving a lot of resources, even if that is not considered like a economy bonus, survivalist.
This is what I was saying. It's kind of like their economy bonus is their walls, and you can sneak in earlier Forest Caller maybe because you get the walls, and then you get your eco that way, and you just don't spend as much.
Man. He's up.
Yeah.
But the clicking, he's on the way to Castle. Is those towers are going to be with more HP. He's going to secure the goal. And Kasva, after all this aggression, it's with only 2 villages behind. But up to Castle, it's faster and also good army at home. Yeah, the goal is safe. He's doing another mining camp. Yeah, great play there by Kasva, honestly.
Yeah, that tower from Kasva was huge. He needed to counter tower that one, otherwise he was going to lose his gold because he had nothing to really stop it. Is this overchop? Is this overchop at the bottom?
I think so.
Is this overchop?
Yeah, I think. What? I think he's open, but he's not going.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really think. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a tree.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
In between that.
Maybe there's something there. It's close.
Yeah, but he's going to take all the towers.
Batter this down while the army's out of position.
Yeah, well, he has not a lot of army Vinchester, but now he's coming. Nah. He's gonna lose those villas if he's not paying attention.
Yeah, they can't garrison.
To micro.
All 3 villagers
he lost
down.
1, he lost 2. There you go. Now his castle is
so
2 for Vinchester. Yeah, this is great. This is really nice. Really, really good. Well, can we see that this is... Well, it's true that the towers are weak, but this is always Vinchester's mistake, because he could have walled the towers, and all those towers will be there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wall the towers, he will be there forever.
In Cascade for both players. That's what we want to know now. What is going to happen for both players? Looks like... Yeah, well, what can Kasva even do? He's not really set up to do anything in Castle Age. He doesn't have gold, he doesn't have buildings, he doesn't even have stone for TCs. He's just... I don't know, he's got nothing. Put it all on gold and buy whatever, that's his plan.
Well, I mean, we have to remind the viewers and survivalists that he has been doing the right decisions, but he has been using so many villages, so his economy is obviously weak. Much weaker than Vinchester. I mean, if he's in Castle, he's faster, because right now, Vinchester has double stable, double archery range. Look at the foot, look at the goal he has. He's maybe gonna lose a villager, probably not even. And then now, with that army, and those crowds are going to be, those archers are going to be Chronos soon, and Thambrin right away. He can do a massive damage even with the goal protected by those 2 towers. And with few knights on the field, all military numbers from Kasva is going to go to the damn hell.
Exactly. Well, Kasva did get crossbowmen, so he is adding in crossbowmen, which will deal with the knights. And, well, you can't really upgrade into both unit types, so if it's just low upgrade knights, it's okay. Even just +1 knights, it's not too bad. He does need to get elite skirm, at least, though. And, well, he's coming back. Those 2 towers are going to protect the gold really well. But we're going to have a counter attack, or an attack in the west for Vinchester, with all of the crossbowmen coming in from behind. So that, if that gets to the wood line in the back, that's going to be disaster.
Oof.
But it's
he's coming with the skirmishes. He's coming with the skirmishes already. Those are Bodkin. He's still going through that way, but he needs to move. What the good thing is that he's forcing him to move constantly. I love go to the goal. We need to go to the goal. There is knight as well, Mapu. We need to move fast. The skirmishes are going to be there, but the knights are in the goal. The goal, Mapu. There you go. Look at those knights. Now we go back again to the other side. This is very important. And big battles in both sides. Still army is similar. Tubal is different, but if he's getting inside now, oof, he made the house.
Yeah,
but those archers are so strong.
Yeah, without +2 armor, these skirmishers die. He really needs to get +2, and there it is. Leather archer armor coming in right now. That's gonna keep Kasva safe. And Kasva's game plan, I wonder if he's gonna secure a wood line with the TC, because that's what he needs. He has no wood. In just a second, he's gonna have no wood. So, yeah.
But
one thing is
some cav archers.
Yeah,
I wanted to add you.
So he's gonna go for the university and ballistics before getting TC. Okay. This could be okay, especially to thin out cavalry archer numbers. But looks like Kasva's just committing to 1 TC play here.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, but now we see the knights. Should he send probably the knights together with the crowds right away, and then all the skirmishers would be gone already from Kasva?
Yeah. Well, the skirmishers wouldn't have been out there if there were knights near. So yeah, even +1 knights will die to the skirmishers if you get enough of them. So these knights aren't invincible here. They still need to be preserved because they just don't have +2 armor. There just aren't enough of them yet. But yeah, ballistics coming in for Kasva, and that's the perfect response to cavalry archers. You basically have to have that to pick off the cav archers. But
and Thambrin now. Okay.
And look, town patrol is coming to play. Kasva's not going to lose anything here. Well, he shouldn't.
You see everything
because he has town patrol. Oh,
you are convincing people. You are probably going to convince people, and now people will start to play. I'm going to be going to the 1v1 ladder the next week, and everyone will pick Byzantines. Come on, survivalists, stop. Stop promoting the Byzantines, man. You know, stop promoting them. Yeah, well, it's very nice, obviously. And in this map, actually, in this KOTD map, probably gave them even even a bigger boost, right? Because there's a lot of potential areas to go aggressive and raid.
Yep. And just having free town patrol allows you to spot enemy raids
I like that
from
a lot.
mile away. Now, forward siege, that's going to be an issue. And there's the... What is this TC? Place it on the wood.
I mean,
Come on.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, make it
enough.
go to the deers. Make close to the wood.
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
he knows.
whatever. Whatever. Anyway, 3 TCs. This is the second town center. Let's focus now on the siege, because the siege workshop. But man, he even still see the siege workshop, and he's sending a villager to kill it. Not gonna be able because the Conquerors are there. That's too greedy. Sending a villager with lower HP to kill the villager. You know, like come on. I mean, disrespect from Kasva here. Imperial? I didn't see this coming. He's up to Imperial Vinchester and a castle on his face. Well, that's game.
He's got a good bill count. This castle needs to be denied. If this castle isn't denied, Kasva's dead.
Yeah.
Guard tower coming in. That's not going to help.
I don't know. Yeah, there is so many villages. Vinchester, no, but I want to tell you, Survivalist, I didn't notice his resources were that big. What the hell?
Well, he wasn't really buying too many knights. He didn't get +2, so he wasn't going for too many upgrades. He just went for a few.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Vinchester's army is pretty small, so he's spending everything into this castle. Really, it's super all in, but it'll pay off because, well, Kasva doesn't have any stone. He's nowhere near Imperial Age. How is he going to stop this? He's going to have to give up the entire front of his base if he wants to come back into this. Great plays by Vinchester here.
Yeah, it's a good play. It's definitely a good play. The Russian play is very close to get the 1-1 because now with this Imperial Transition, Husbandry, and those... Well, I also remember, guys, that the Conquerors are going to get Parthian taxes for free. That's basically a +2 armor free right away. So you make the +3, and even if the other player is doing the skirmishers, you go with Tre, which is right now, and even few light caps or Keshik even, and then Kasva has no answer to it, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, he's making Keshik. I'd love to see a single Treb. I don't know why he's not making one Treb. Even just one Treb makes a huge difference here. Starts on the TC. But he didn't have the wood. Oh, wait, sorry. He's not even up yet. Huh, never mind. Hopefully
wait a bit. Survivalist.
Once he's up. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Hopefully
Join in the future.
200 wood for the Trebs. Because that's what he needs to do here. And looks like he will.
No, it's not possible.
Beautiful.
Like, he's gonna keep trying. He's gonna keep trying Kasva because he's a fighter. But now, being in Imperial with the upgrades, he has 83 villages. It's true that Vinchester has only 9 army. Only 9 army for now. He's buying a lot of stone. Byzantine is cheaper to go up, but this is impossible. I think this is over. And he's calling it. GG call.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? I like it a lot. The aggression is being rewarded in the map, man. He's being rewarded because even if he stop it, Kasva, he used so many villages, you know, and Vinchester got the advantage with this economy from here, and we have another close series, Mr. Survivalist. What is this?
Beautiful. It's so good. Just keep... Basically, if your opponent isn't attacking you, you can play greedy with your economy, and you can just expand out wherever without thinking too much, so... It's so much better to go on the aggression, especially on this map.
I mean, we are having the supposed to be, I don't know, the less hype series, the less, let's say, a skill play, because this is the elimination match. It's not Viper, it's not Hera. The first 2 series are being fantastic. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be then Hera, Jordan, and the Viper MBL. Maybe we have a lot of expectation, you know, and then they disappoint us, you know. But these 2 series are being so fun to watch. A lot of aggression, great games, fun stuff. Awesome, really awesome. Well, after those 2 games, and now Berber, Sicilians, Mongols, Khmer left, and Lithuanians, Japanese, Kumans, Celts. What we can expect? I would love to see Kumans or Celts. They are so fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, with Mongols, it kind of feels like with Mongols on the field for Vinchester, I don't think you ever really want to go Celts. Just because if Mongols come out, pretty good against Celts. So...
Survivalist.
Yes.
we have the civilizations already. I can tell you. I'm a cheater and I can tell you. And then we focus exactly on what is going to happen. I loved your analysis and I want to analyze myself too. But Khmer Lithuanians is the matchup. Khmer versus Lithuanians is what is happening here.
Okay.
And while you are thinking about that, the prize pool, guys, is $75,000 tournament. $75,000 tournament sponsored by Pinstake, Microsoft, and MS Huga, that hopefully, like always, is watching in the channel. And guys, we are almost with the record subscribers in the channel. It's almost getting there, and we're getting a new emoticon thanks to the big support. And hopefully, with that support, we can keep going and make King of the Set 5 the next year. Then, back into the game, Khmer and Lithuanians, Mr. Survivalist, what do you think?
Yeah, so what we've been seeing a lot with players playing any civ against Khmer is that they're going scouts with spears versus Khmer going just scouts and not making spears because they don't have a barracks. And that can be really, really tricky. So we'll see how the players adapt to that dynamic in Feudal Age and see if maybe they want to go for maybe some strange archer play or something like that. But the standard is probably going to be Scout War here. So that'll be really interesting to see. Lithuanians with the faster moving spears really help out a lot as well.
Okay, I don't know if we have seen these Khmer Lithuanians before. You can see how the players are already there, so we might be in the game in a moment. And yeah, we're there already. Game number 3 already as a blue Vinchester Khmer, Lithuanians as a red, Kasva on the left, but we are checking first Vinchester map. And in a first look, when you see this map, what do you feel? Is the strategy the correct approach? Because the wood is very forward, Mr. Survivalist.
It's gonna be scouts for sure. Yeah, just it's so open, you can't really wall properly. The scouts are always gonna be running around, even for both players. It's just super open. This is gonna be an ultra aggressive map. The berries are forward for both players. It's going to be military. Both players have a stable. Both players have a range. I think that's what we're going to be seeing here. Pushing deer already, that seems to be what we do here. Yeah.
Well, Lithuanians.
No lamer boys.
Lithuanians great economy. Lithuanians great economy. I was about to say that we see that the goal is at the back for Kasva. Yes, the berries are in front, but not too far from the TC, which is something that I like it. I like his wood, by the way. His wood seems to be nice. At the back, a little bit far, but close to the goal, so you can make a house till the edge of the map, and wall it properly. Yeah. I think it's okay map there for Kasva.
The wood lines are going to be sketchy for both players, though. Any aggression that comes in is going to be damage dealt. So, yeah, it's in both players' best interest to go heavy aggression in Feudal Age here.
Okay. He's now taking the Rhino. What would you say, sorry?
Yeah. Pretty standard timing. I like that pretty much all players are using the TC method now, just to shoot it with the TC a few times and then come out with the Vils. It's just a little bit more efficient. You always get your boar right where you want it to, and you lose less HP on the villagers. It requires a little bit of skill, but players have gotten used to that now.
Okay, we see now what we see now. Exploration. He's going Kasva to try to find his opponent. So we need to see what he's trying to achieve. Maybe gonna be laming. It's still there one elephant to lame, but I don't see where it is. I think it's at the back. Yeah, he's at the back where the goal it is, but he's still getting there. And Kasva is trying, as you can see the Rhino. Don't think he will lame, but you never know. He's going around, not getting the year. We have 3 villages on wood for both, so we might see finally a scout opening, Mr. Survivalist.
I
it makes sense
bet
here.
that both players are going to go scouts here. It's just going to be the standard. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of scouts too. I don't think you just stop with 4 scouts. I think we're going to see some full feudal aggression here, depending on how the game goes, but that's going to be probably what both players are thinking at this stage.
Okay.
Pushing the...
Let's see what he's
all deer are coming in. All deer are coming in. Yeah.
So it seems to be... Oh, did he do the loom already? Is he going up? Why he did the loom that early? Kasva.
Yeah, I
don't know.
wonder if he was partially housed or something. I don't know.
Maybe he was housed.
Maybe
okay,
Netflix.
but you don't make this.
Well, you know what Lithuanians can do? Lithuanians can do 16 pop up, and maybe he was thinking he wanted to go up insanely fast. And we'll see if he does a force drop here and goes up on 17 bill, 18 pop.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe he thought, I mean, don't think he thought that Khmer was going to come with militias or something. Because Khmer usually don't want to make the barrack, you know, but it's weird. Okay, it's kind of weird. I think at the end he's going to go up 18 population? 19 population? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he should be up here. But he's got 600 food in the bank. He could have gone up one earlier, easily. Easily.
Yeah.
And just getting that feudal scout faster than your opponent is key. Now both players are going to be up at the exact same time, so nobody's going to have an advantage in the scout, like early scout war, if they happen to find each other at the same time. So,
but we didn't mention survival is that going with Khmer scout war against Lithuanians that they get also faster spears is kinda awkward because you won't have a spear to counter. So you are with a scout versus a scout and potentially a spear, and that's always we always ask to the players, and also I ask to you again. Ouch! It's a situation that is very, very tricky, even more in these kind of open maps.
That's what a lot of players have been finding out. When up against Khmer, they're probably going to go scouts. You just go scouts to counter their scouts, and then you have spears. So that seems to be the formula that people are going for. So it'd be nice to see maybe something strange like an archer opening or something from Khmer just to counteract that. But it's kind of hard to make that work if you don't have the barracks for men-at-arms. So really, just the scouts opening is playing into the Khmer strengths. But since they're so predictable, then they get countered a lot easier.
Okay. We see Vinchester and Kasva, both, the same time up. I believe that the stable will be there. There you go, a stable, very close to the town center. Stable, not also close, not as close as his opponent. Population is the same, and we are going to see probably one spear right away already there. Good thing with Khmer, you go double with Ass Horse Collar right away, which is amazing. It's amazing. Don't have yet Horse Collar. His opponent, Kasva, which is hopefully going to be able to do it, because then the goal, it's these archers. Or he's going to try to go bloodlines as soon as possible.
Ooh, early bloodlines. That's one way to kill the spears, is if you make scouts, but then you also go for bloodlines. And then you can start killing the spears because it makes the spears take 4 hits to kill you instead of 3. And it's a huge difference. So, okay.
I mean,
or
it can be both.
He can kill the spears. Either way.
Yeah. I mean, he has...
I think this is archers. If he's got 4 on goal, it's archers.
Yeah. I mean, if it was 2, right? Like, okay, only 2. You want to get the goal, and that's it. But Arch is really fast. And while he's doing the arches, but what we were talking, he knows that the spears are coming. But now he's sending just the village. But those spears are so fast. Look how fast they are. Remind me the Celts infantry, of course. But now the archers will be there very soon. And obviously with Khmer, if you are with the archers there, you take the spears, you're gonna be just fine. He's gonna go to the house, and it's all good.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's still idle time. Yeah, but it's still idle time, right? Too, which is not great. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Especially taking the Vills off berries is never good because, well, you want your Vills to be on food. Is he going to lose this? No, he's fine.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, you need the Vills on food to be spamming scouts still. So, yeah, those berry Vills are very important. Vinchester's going to be having to idle the PC here in a sec if he runs out of that goat.
Yeah, but the Archie is now there. Very important. He's now trying to kill the scout. The Archie is going to take the spear. Now he needs to go back. He has to be careful. He's going to lose a villager. I don't know. The Archie is going to go down. Yeah, but those spears are already gone. So now he got more scout, got more army than his opponent, and now the composition from Vinchester is ideal. Because he has a scout, he has archers. I don't know if he's doing Archie range at home. Can we check, Bapu? If he has an Archie range at home? Kasva, because that's very important. He doesn't have yet.
Yeah,
so now Vinchester can do the damage. A second stable? What?
Okay. That's another way to play it.
Yeah. Do you agree with that?
Okay, so... Yeah, full feudal scouts can be good, but if he gets taken off of berries, that's going to be a problem. He can't even support 2 stable scouts right now. I think he could have been a bit more patient and gotten a few more farms out, but... well, he might be okay.
Okay, well, I'm not sure.
A little early.
It's a little bit greedy, if you ask me. It's kind of risky, and I'm telling you something. If the archers are just coming with fletching, then the double scouts is not gonna be definitely worth it, because with Khmer economy, you're gonna be spamming the scouts constantly, you know, and probably you are not gonna have more scouts than your opponent with only one stable.
Yeah. Well, it all comes down to Kasva getting upgrades on the scouts as well, and not losing them like this. This was a really bad fight. He needs to retain his numbers, because the only way you're fighting archers effectively is if you have a lot of scouts. And, well, losing some HP there was pretty bad. He can do, like, one production cycle of scouts with 2 stables. I think the stable's just too early. The second stable. Unless he's going to idle his TC. It's just too early.
Yeah, but now he's coming. Actually, he might even now was with fletching survivalist. You know, a lot of scouts here. He got the hill. He's trying to kill village, but he should go for the scout, not for the village right now. The battle is going to be in killing his army. Now he has more scout, but it's a good one. Yeah, he's going with the scout. Those has no upgrades, but yeah,
no villagers down.
Now he will kill one, maybe. No.
Yeah.
No, okay, look at the KD now. It's working.
Yeah, great.
It's really working.
There.
Wow.
Yep. He still can't keep 2 stables running. So, I mean, you would have had almost as many scouts there if he just had the one. But, you know, the second stable, sometimes you idle the TC a little bit just to get a few more scouts out. Could be good in certain situations.
Yeah, but the thing here is a guy in Vinchester. Why Vinchester is 1 minute 30 seconds idle TC, even more idle TC than Kasva. Now he's mining the gold, and he might now going full scout and even bloodlines. He's still without the spears, and the problem here for Vinchester is not doing any army. I mean,
well, he wants to go
survivalist. Yeah, but that's too greedy, no? Like if he's going now with the scouts, he's gonna kill a lot.
Well, he has to get
now trying to wall.
Everything needs to be walled against these scouts. If Vinchester can get his walls up, he's good. If there's any hole, like there's a hole at the wood line right there by the palisades, if these scouts go up there, he's dead.
And there's another hole here, another hole here.
There's another hole.
Oh my goodness. And I think it's open is still there. No, not there. Not there, not any hole. Thank you, Mapu.
Yeah.
Now on the right, he needs a house on the goal. Why he doesn't have a house on the goal? Okay, he's walling. But now the goal is going to be denied completely. Yeah. Well, not completely, but and he's going up to castle. Okay.
Yeah, plan is to go for knight, but if you only have 2 on gold, that's going to be a problem.
What knights? What knights you do?
Yeah, exactly. You can make 1 knight.
In Castle Age. Okay. He's going up to Castle Age. Now, he got the scouts there. Obviously, Kasva is not going to be too far to going up because he has 21 farmers. He's doing fletching. I mean, few archers can help here to deny those units or going forward, but very interesting. I like this game a lot because it's a completely different one with any other game in the tournament till now. Survivalist. Completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different
so
opening.
Seeing the 2 stables.
Yeah. And also the opening for Vinchester.
That's going to be open. Oh.
Okay, you need to
Well, there's enough units here. Yeah. There's enough. It's fine. But, well, not there, though. He needs to fight with the vills here, too. The archers aren't going to be enough. Well, maybe they'll be okay.
Yeah, he has no upgrades in those scouts. No bloodlines, no skill barden armor yet, not a single upgrade. Doing now a Lumbercam in this area. He's on the way to castle. Both players are on the way to castle. He's 3 villages more. The game is still very, very close, but it's true that the timing, over 1 minute, it's enough to make some damage. Well, Kasva seems to be wall at home, so should be fine.
Well, you know what? After 2 production cycles, Kasva's going to be equal on knights because he's going for the 3rd stable. It's going to be 2 stables versus 3 stables, and Kasva's going to make up for being later to Castle Age by having the 3rd stable, and he's going to have just as many knights. So this game is going to stabilize, and yeah, we are going to be seeing TCs here.
I'm telling you something then. Triple is stable, probably a monastery as well, taking the relics. It's not going to be an easy one here for Vinchester, but Vinchester is coming. He got bloodlines. He need to make the crossbow upgrade. He's going for a TC super forward, and this 1 TC extra, if Kasva is now going full knight with 3 stables, it's not gonna be easy to deal for Vinchester. Mr. Survivalist is gonna be really, really rough, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. The knights, he's gonna be able to spam a pretty good number, and it's not like he has Kasva doesn't have wood to make TCs anyways. He's gonna, since he's laid up to Castle Age, he needs to go aggressive. And that's what he's going to do. He just made a mill, which means he's spending wood on a mill, which means he's not going to be getting TCs. He's going 1 TC, big push, big aggression. So, yeah, he's going to be able to push back Vinchester, though, with the way that he's set up. Is he going to be able to do enough with a counterattack, though? Okay, Knights are in.
Okay, he's going in. He's going in with the Knights. As you can see, he's trying to do the damage. Those Crobos is still no botkin. Even if those Crobos were botkin, he will reach all the gold miners. The good thing is that now he's denying resources that obviously to produce with 3 Knights, 3 stables, sorry, you need quite a lot of resources. And now the economy is not really ideal because he's getting raided, Survivalist. So that is a big problem here for
the problem
Mr. Kasva.
Is that if Vinchester throws all this army and Kasva's on 3 stable Knights, he's gonna go for a huge counterattack. Forward siege, forward monastery, whatever.
Look at the farmers.
Oh yeah.
Look at the farmers.
Will get cleaned up.
He's doing very good.
And Kasva's about to have way more military though. So yeah, this is happening now, but in 2 minutes time, Kasva's gonna be pushing hard. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, well, we see a monastery already. So there's a monk already going to be outside from Vinchester. So the monk's gonna have here a huge role. It's true that he's doing monastery on his own. Double monastery. Well, he's just going all in. Survivalist. He's going 1 TC all in, all Knights, monks, and he wants to finish the game now with the attack.
And that's what you want to be thinking when you're going 3 stable Knights is, I gotta kill my opponent, and that's what he's gonna do. Or, well, that's his plan anyways.
Gonna try. Okay. Don't tell me because people are gonna think that
just lost some Knights. So now Kasva's gotta be comfortable that he has more Knights.
No.
Than Vinchester.
Not really. If you check the numbers, Vinchester got all their Knights at home.
He needs to keep spamming units though. But yeah.
He has 8 Knights doing the monks. He actually have a good army. He has 7 villages more. Kasva really need to make a big push because Vinchester right now is set up really, really great with 3 TCs. And he keep doing army, as you can see. 10 Knights, 6 Crossbows, 2 monks. He's trying to stop that. The Knights don't have more upgrades, so it's +1. Now he catch up those, which is not a good battle for Kasva, in my opinion. Because if you want to push, you don't want to really trade. I don't know what you think. This is a trade, and now the monks are coming.
Yeah. No. Like, Kasva would win that fight, but he would have, like, 1 guy left over, maybe. And you can't push with that, so he needs to dominate.
Now he's trying a guy, but the monks are coming. He's converting 1. He's now killing the scout. He's gonna take that one. He don't want to lose. Don't lose any monk. This is looking now very, very good for Vinchester. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, he needs to get 3 relics in the bank. There's 3 relics that are pretty close that can come in. So, you know, if he can get the 3 relics and then push Kasva, because then he's going to get +3 on his Knights, +3 attack, and that might just be enough to shred through the Khmer Knights. Maybe. But he's going to stay on 1 TC. That's the only play.
Okay. What do you think that Vinchester should do here? Keep going with the Knights, or if he notices that his opponent is going for the 3 relics, spam barracks, for example, on gold pikes. Oh, he's gonna take them all. Good job there by Kasva.
Yeah,
really good job.
Yeah, the monk's definitely dead. But yeah, pikes don't really allow you to push super well. So even if your Knights are a little bit worse, in the case of Khmer, just go Knights. It's fine. You just make more Knights. You have the much better economy. More Knights is gonna beat better Knights most of the time. So yeah, you just make more. Their base stats are already so good. Yep.
Yeah. So, the problem,
more Knights and more monks.
The problem is the relics. Already 2 in the banks. What I like from Vinchester is that he's doing the +2 attack. So his Knights are not gonna be actually really, really, really worst. So only +1, as you mentioned, and he got the conversion. Now he's 17, 18 Knights, and he's coming. 18 Knights. This is bad. This can be bad. It's so many more units now. I mean, not in total, because you see the numbers and it looks like it's similar. 25-20, okay, 5 more, it's not a big deal. But this is scary. Oh my God. Kasva is coming with so many. If Vinchester don't pay attention, it's going to be a disaster. He pay attention, but it's so many units. He's trying to convert.
Dead.
The monks are going to die.
Oh, this could be huge.
It could be, no. It is huge. 2 relics is going there. He has so many units, and now he got Lightcast Vinchester, but he has no army to stop those knights. And those knights with the +2 armor incoming as well is gonna be almost impossible. Survivalist, what Vinchester can do here to stop this crazy raid that is coming?
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very tough at this point. He has to get some really good conversions. This was okay, picking off the monks there. But yeah, there's no stopping these knights at this point. With
raiding one knight
units,
with 1 HP. Raiding the village, and Vinchester do not notice. Come on, Vinchester, wake up. Well, he's very difficult, and he's going now for the pike. Pike transition, but
Pike is the only play here. When you get behind, this far behind, you have to go pikes. Otherwise, well, you can't fight the knights. I think Vinchester probably shouldn't have gone for Lightcap. He had so much gold in the bank. He's spending his food on Lightcap.
All right, but now this is still getting raided more and more. There's one knight there in the north that they still do not notice, raiding and killing absolutely everything. 3 barracks, is still 66, but now this is game. I mean, now he noticed, but 23 army, 22 army, only 1 TC. Now, love it what Kasva is doing, 2 extra tone centers. 2 extra tone centers to go on the economy. You know that he's raiding, the damage is done. He can stabilize here,
Pikes
though.
can do the job, though. Pikes and monks.
Okay. Yeah.
The economy is still okay for Vinchester. He saved a lot of his villas and houses.
No. Vinchester stabilized. I like it. Sorry, I said maybe the GG too fast, but it's still raiding. The problem is that he's not being fast. Look at the raiding. He's still raiding. He's not reacting. Villas are already in the north, getting killed. He's not reacting fast. He's being a little bit slow here, Vinchester, and that's a big problem because now he's only 7 villages ahead. 48 idols are villages. I mean, 48 villages are idle, better say. You know, because what the hell?
His whole economy not even working. He's gonna lose some more here. He doesn't have enough pikes to really clean things up too. He needs to get more pikes because that's so many knights. If he sends these 7 pikes in on their own, they're just gonna die.
But don't you think that he has been, Vinchester, kinda slow with the reaction? Like, it was kinda expected that Kasva was going to come like this. Like, he didn't have pikes prepared, he didn't have a lot of knights, he was going for 3 TCs. And honestly, with Khmer, if you go 2 TCs full army, you're fine. Your economy is good, you will have a lot of army, and this was a little bit too greedy. Anyway, the game is stabilized now, not a lot of idle anymore. He is still with 4 villages ahead, but he has lost 26 villages, Mr. Survivalist. 26 villages. And now killing the monks. I like that.
Well, these monks are getting picked off, and the thing is that light cavalry actually move faster than knights. So you can go in, snipe the knights, or snipe the monks, and then get out. But this, okay, good reaction this time. The pikes are in position. Not enough pikes, though. But,
No.
Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be some dead vills.
Ooh, so many villains.
And he took the hill too against those pikes.
Oh my goodness. Well, he's going back. There is another 3 monks. He has to be careful though, because Vinchester now is reacting great. Now he's reacting good. He's converting some knights. He has to be careful. Another 2 knights he's going to convert, and the pikes are about to be in the position. And I'm telling you something. If he's losing now those knights against the pikes, then the situation can be the opposite. What I like it a lot from Kasva, if you check the minimap, Survivalists, people in the stream, he's non-stop sending knights. Non-stop.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just going to keep those villagers in the TC for Vinchester, prevent them from collecting all the resources that he needs to spam more pikes and all this other stuff. And, well, Vinchester's losing unit 1 by 1. It's hard to prevent your units from doing that, but it's so important to group up enough. And there's 4 more villas that might go down. Oh, no. Kasva wants to conserve his unit numbers.
Oh, Castle! Castle, look at the castle he's doing.
Yeah,
well,
okay.
He's doing Survivalist in a spot that he can. I mean, like, he cannot really go more forward. He wanted more forward, probably, yes, but he cannot because there's a lot of farming. And the game is, again, an amazing game already. With 100 population for both, he's still converting knights, and Vinchester is kind of stabilized now. With the castle there and the pikes, he's starting to kill a lot of units, and that castle is definitely going to protect a lot. And with those knights, he can kill the Scorpions now. Oh, boy.
Kasva's gonna need a counter to the pikemen. Honestly, the Scorpions aren't enough. The Scorpions aren't enough against these pikemen. Oh, well, they are going in a line, but...
Yeah, but he's not migraine.
Oh, look at this lineup. Look at that.
He's not migraine.
That was huge.
He's not migraine. I mean, look what Vinchester did. He's not controlling the units. He did it. He could kill all the Scorpions, and then he let the pikes die like this. What the hell? And those crossbows that are... He forgot the crossbows forever. He could kill a lot of villains there as well. What the hell? I don't know what's going on in this game anymore.
Yeah, Vinchester just didn't realize that Kasva was going to micro like a god there, and just all the units died for free. So, yeah, great plays by both players.
Yeah, but now, Vinchester is still, which is incredible if you ask me, 7 villains ahead when he has lost 38. How is this even possible? I really don't know. I really, really don't know. But he's taking a TC, look at those barracks, and... I don't know.
Yeah, well,
you think
his
2,000 gold?
4 TCs producing bills.
But survival is 2k gold in the bank from Kasva. He just can't buy the resources and go up to Imperial already.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's gonna do once he realizes it.
Yeah, well, maybe he needs 3,000 to realize, but still, he's doing Fervor, Sanity. I don't know why. He has his stone soon to make a castle as well. And guys, seems that Kasva is gonna be 2-1 ahead. I don't know what he can do now, Vinchester. He bought it, and well, he is on the way to Imperial with, in my opinion, I don't know what you think, an amazing gameplay in this game from the Turkish player, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, he had to go all in because he was up to Castle Age late, and it's just paying off for him here. Taking all the relics too. I don't know if he has 4 relics. Oh, he has 3 relics, so relics. That's gonna give him +3. If he could get 1 more relic in, it's right there. He must see it, and he'd be maxed out.
Oh, he cannot see.
The crossbowmen are coming in. They're not gonna do too much. Still no bodkin arrow. But yeah, they're gonna be annoying at least and get cleaned up.
Yeah, well, we are checking now.
So on the way to Imperial Age for Kasva, nowhere in sight for Vinchester.
Yeah, I was about to say that he's still, which is incredible, 15 villages ahead. You know, it's also true that with 40 Khmer farmers, if he stopped doing villages now, which is not the case because he has a lot in the queue, he can go up to Imperial in 30 seconds. Look.
Yeah.
He removed, he canceled all those villages. Yeah, and he can go Imperial as well with more villages than his opponent. And then the play here will be halves and pray. No?
Well,
he has to pray, man.
Just getting both on now, so it's not like his economy is that good. Yeah, Halps could be okay, but, well, they're pretty easy to counter, and they're pretty easy to know. Like, Kasva can scout that pretty easily, so then he can make a counter to that. Oh, how are these Light Cav gonna go against the Scorpions? Interesting split formation there.
How many monks? Look at the monks! Ooh.
Yeah, but there's a TC, like so yeah.
But
that's why you
were talking
monks near the TC. Smart play.
Yeah. Great job. What we were talking? He's on the way to Imperial.
So
he's doing now the upgrades. Yeah, and now what? 20 villages more.
What's his plan gonna be? Yeah, his plan is Halb. You called it. He's gonna go Halb here, and that might be the only way to defeat Kasva's army here, because once he has Cavalier,
oh my god, well, the 20 the 20 villages more is going to be gone in a moment. The Scorpion's gonna kill the villages, the Knights are gonna destroy the villages as well. There's no protection at all. Do you like, I mean, I really think Vinchester castles are terrible. I mean, both almost together in the same spot. I think it was just random castles,
he was worried
honestly.
about getting pushed hard, but I think that second castle there was not really quite right.
Yeah,
it protects the gold, not good. But kind of. It's at the bottom of a hill, though, which is why it's so bad. It's gonna get trepped down.
Yeah, it's still why, guys, the situation is that bad for Vinchester, because population is pretty much the same. The mobility, right now he's going with the Knights, he's trying to move. The map is completely open. The castles that Vinchester has are almost in the same spot, so he cannot really counter this aggression, because those Cavaliers, potential Cavaliers in 30 seconds, are going to have, well, he's gonna try to kill the trap with those. Oh, the monks, he can kill the monks here. The monks The monks, not the traps, the monks. And he's trying and kill him. Okay, how many is gonna kill? That was a bad micro, by the way. Because he could convert all and convert one,
well,
you know?
It was okay,
difficult to micro. It's okay,
Yeah. Pretty good raids from Vinchester. Just Kasva hasn't been able to use his army as effectively because he's been dealing with raids at home. But those are all over now, so really, Vinchester needs to wait for help. He's gonna have to give up this castle. The castle's gonna fall, but he needs to wait until help to engage. So he's got 20 seconds. The castle's down. That's pretty standard. Like, if you build the castle at the bottom of the hill, it's gonna die to trebs on a hill. So it's always good to be paying attention to that. Didn't really work here.
He's having so many pikes, actually.
Okay, no,
oh my god, so many halves. So many halves, he can kill everything. I mean, how he got so many halberdiers? I mean, he can kill absolutely everything or not. He said, no, the halberdiers are so strong. Oh my goodness, the halberdiers are doing... But they are doing a great job. The trade is fantastic here because the army from Kasva is so damn expensive. So it is able to come back in this game, Survivalist.
It was still a pretty even fight, and you really don't want to be taking just an even fight when you're behind. You have to take a really good fight, and I don't think that was quite enough here. The other castle is going to fall for Vinchester, and without that defense, he's susceptible to get raided to death. And, well, there are halves, but still, Kasva's got the relics. He's just set up for the late game a lot better. Now, is he going to be able to take the threat out?
But I was about to tell you that the economy who is set up better for the late game is now Vinchester. 50 farmers, he still have gold in the bank, he still have a stone to make another castle, he's taking the trebuchet, the army he's doing is very cheap, and imagine that now Vinchester is able to make hussars and halves. He's still 130 villages, and his army is much cheaper than the army that the Lithuanians boy is trying to do.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
well,
know,
Cav Archers are going to come in, and Cav Archers are going to end the Halberdiers. Cav Archers from...
Survivalist, you know what I'm crying? What is that castle, man? I mean, he's coming to my city in Spain. Look at the castle he's doing, man.
Honestly, pretty bad.
Man.
He wants to take some map control, but does he really have to take the south? I don't know. I feel like he should take the north. I don't know.
Like,
well,
I mean,
we see a lot more from this perspective.
I'm depressed now. I'm crying.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. What is that castle, man? Just make the castle in your area, protect your farming. I don't know. And now might win the game because of this castle. Who knows, you know? But it's incredible. Anyway, at home, look at the halberdiers. Also with the monk. It's incredible for me that Vinchester is still in the game. Like, for me, it's incredible that he is still in the game, Survivalist. I don't know if you agree in that.
Yeah, he's been stabilizing every step of the way and getting the units out where they need to be at the right time, and he's been raiding. Just these little light cav raids are really keeping Kasva's attention. And now the stone walls are coming up, though, so now the raids are going to be ended. But look, a bunch of cav archers just fell there.
Okay, cavalries are coming. Some cav archers. The cav archers is still with not too many upgrades. He still need to be careful with those halves. 145 population. Vinchester is still with more villages. Now he's getting raided. Why Vinchester doesn't have TCs? I don't know. Because he's getting raided big time all over. Well, now no wood, obviously.
Yeah, no wood,
But
no wood to make TCs, so he needs to make a lumber camp, and he loses his woodcutters. Just how it is.
Well, he's going there with the halves. Actually, that castle is helping him to avoid... He has no botkin, so the castle is also not even reaching properly everything. But he's gonna make a trap. He has the trap there and protecting the wood with that castle. Okay.
3 cavaliers kill that trap, though, so it's kind of risky to just go for a castle like that. That's why we don't see it.
Look at this raiding.
Wow,
as you mentioned.
Raids. Yeah. The raids are keeping Vinchester in the game right now, really.
Okay.
Because Kasva
and look at the farming.
Pay attention to the front.
Look at the farming from Kasva. It's very low, actually. There's a trap here coming. I tell you something. If Vinchester is able to really stabilize and get the farming really going even more and get into the hussars, but the problem in Vinchester is 0 villages on goal. And now, how'd you stop those cav archers, Lithuanian cav archers? Like,
well, the Lithuanian cav archers aren't that good, but hey, they're still cavalry archers, so Yeah, that's gonna be.
But for that I mentioned, survival, like Lithuanian Cavarches, like, well, we don't see Lithuanian Cavarches ever, but still.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God,
I think they're lacking Parthian. Are they lacking heavy as well? Like they're lacking something that's really big. And
Parthian taxis, I think. They don't have Parthian taxis.
Yeah. Anyways, they're just not the greatest, but hey, they do against the health, so it's fine. And yeah, once this castle falls, I think Vinchester's gonna know that he's got no position on the map. He's kind of dead. Like, he can keep fighting, but he's gonna be in such a bad position. Just Kasva's got the whole map, and he's gonna get all the relics.
For Relic is still unable to finish the game, which is incredible. What he has in the north, Mapu, what he has completely in the north, Vinchester, go fast there. I don't know what he has.
Just some woodcutters or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lambrias and then the stables to raid.
Yeah. That's gonna get found out. Yeah, he's got to tap out pretty soon, I think.
Problem for Vinchester is really the goal, survivalist, because he has 54 on wood, 54 on food, sorry, 40 on wood. He's still raiding the farmers, but now he's getting raided as well. I don't know, and all the castles controlling the map control, it's almost impossible for Vinchester. He's doing a good job, but
these raids are still keeping Vinchester in the game, but it's only gonna be for so long. Eventually, the raids are gonna get cleaned up, and Kasva's gonna be maxed and push. Once Kasva reaches 200, then he's just gonna push, and the game's gonna be over.
Yeah, you feel
like, look at where he's trying to
feel
that.
So. Yeah, I like that they are trying that much, but there's a point that it feels like this is just impossible. This is just too much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many players that in these situations, like long time ago, will have resigned, right, survivalists? I think so.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Well, and even just looking at the score, you have to know that you really have nothing, especially if you realize you don't even have the relics at this point. The opponent has all the relics. There's really no way to come back at this stage. You can try and raid, but once the raids are cleaned up effectively, you're just dead.
Well, oh, there's a relic. Take it.
Yeah, one relic. It's not gonna matter too much. But yeah. Even these
the light gas, the halberdiers. Goes out with the +4.
Well, maybe not, but yeah.
He has all the
Kasva just needs to group up his army and push the center at this point.
Well, to be honest, Kasva is not finishing the game. You know, like, he's really ahead, but he's not really finishing population. Vinchester population is very solid. He still have 43 army. He is still with 160 population. This is a big, important game. So Vinchester is just trying to keep going and trying to raid him, but he needs hussars for that. He needs hussars.
He's got to keep trying. Yeah, hussar very
look at the raid.
Yeah. And he's never gonna have
the raid here.
Yeah. He keeps raiding this bottom side, and it keeps doing damage. But yeah, it's just kind of hard to push with these Lithuanian Cav archers. They're just not as good. They're not heavy, and yeah, they're just not doing their full damage potential.
Yeah. I mean, in a $75,000 tournament, you don't joke around, because actually, the way to make crazy comebacks is doing exactly what Vinchester is doing. Otherwise, there is no comebacks in these games ever. It's true that now it's looking terrible, because now it's on 100 villages, Kasva 130, almost 200 population, is still raiding as well. Now with all those Cav archers here. Now maybe what they are missing is heavy Cav archer? Maybe they don't have the heavy Cav archer upgrade, actually?
Yeah, I feel like it was something really important like heavy Cav archer.
Yeah.
So,
that's probably the most important, right?
Somebody, but yeah. I'm sure somebody in chat got it, but yeah.
Now you should know, survivalists, because you are here the expert, man. What is this?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't play too many Cav archers.
Yeah,
so,
I'm joking. GG Cole.
There we go. We're out. GG.
GG Cole. Oof. An hour game. He held it like crazy, Vinchester, but Kasva did hell of a great game here. You know, really good play by Kasva, and the cities are at the limit now for Vinchester, man. Really at the limit, you know.
He's gotta, you know, take a quick break and just get himself back into it, and Yeah, he has potential to take down Kasva. He's already done it once, so maybe let's see it again.
Yeah, man, I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm just casting. Am I in the prize? You know, holy moly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. 3,000 relic gold. That definitely paid for itself.
It's a
But
lot
yeah,
of
this
gold,
game
man.
started
No.
with
Look at the
Vinchester being
goal.
pretty ahead.
But look at, please go to the economy again. Look at the total goal for Kasva. And
Yeah, he just didn't have
11,000
no map
more,
control.
man. Yeah,
Yep.
11,000 gold. That's sick, man. Like, seriously, man.
Well, that's why he had to go out, because he just didn't have any gold.
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you, Survivalists, for being here for these crazy games, these crazy series. We're going to go for the game number 4 as soon as the players got the energy to keep going. This is the beautiful overlays, by the way. For the very end is the production for this stream. Hopefully you enjoy with the production quality we are having for this tournament. Trying our best, as you can see. And then we are getting into the decided games into this series. And we have Berbers, Sicilians, Mongols, and still so sick civilizations here. Japanese, Kumans, and the Celts, Mr. Survivalist.
Well,
what
I wonder if we're going to be seeing infantry finally. Maybe. That would be pretty interesting. We haven't really been seeing any infantry lately. So, yeah, I'd love to see Japanese or Celts even.
I'm just checking. Oh, we are going to see something very interesting. Let's go. Let's go for it, Freezy, because talking about production quality, look at the top 25 civilization rate. We didn't saw before. And look at the S-star, Chinese and Incas. And this is between all these 16 players. You can see the data in what is based, you know, Mr. Survivalist. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
The top 2, Chinese and Incas, but then check the tier A and try to find the Aztecs. Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, well, they are getting banned a lot, but yeah, Aztecs really fell off quite a bit. Just with
no. Listen to me. Survivalist, it's not that they are banned. This is based on over 2,000 games for the players and how they played in the ladder, you know, between each other as well, you know. So it's a big data, you know, here. And with the ladder, with everything, with all the games they have played between each other, Aztecs are not even in the top 25 win rate.
Yeah, and what are Tatars doing in C tier? This is crazy.
Well, sometimes you get surprised. Look at Byzantines. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why is Byzantines down there too, I wonder.
Well, I mean, and the top 5 most played civilizations on Arabia, look who is the first one. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Huns. Classic.
Hans, man. Hans. I mean, we are talking over that. We are 39. No, but look at the 5 civilizations. Classic.
Yeah.
Mr.
We know why Chinese and Mayans are there. We definitely know why Celts is there. And then, well, Franks is... Everybody picks Franks.
Amazing.
So. Yeah, you know, these civs make sense. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Some pretty interesting data. And we're back.
Well...
Right.
Oh, wait, sorry, because we are not here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm sorry, Survivalists. I don't want to disrespect you, okay? I'm trying to be, you know, are we fine now to keep going? Are we fine now?
Let's go.
Okay, the players, Survivalists are taking a small break. We are here. Thank you so much for the support. 25 subscribers left for the new record and a new emoticon, Mr. Survivalist. Let's go for the hype. I love Vinchester face right now. What do you think about that, Mr. Survivalist?
Beautiful.
Sorry, man. The troll is real, but it's what it is, you know? Yeah, well, Vinchester need kind of a break. Do you think Vinchester is playing his A game today?
Well, you know, maybe not perfect, but both players have been playing pretty decently. Like a few small mistakes here and there, but you know, it's pretty difficult to bring your A game for longer series, and you know, he's been playing so much, and yeah, you just get tired a little bit. So hopefully that break will bring him back to the living. And
absolutely,
let's see a more aggressive game from him this game. Let's
absolutely.
see it end in Feudal Age.
Let's see. I mean, these 2 series are being so enjoyable. Like, we have seen crazy strategies, crazy series, so many strategies, different openings, crazy games, forward, tower rush. We're watching pretty much all the possible strategies. We are only missing survivalist, wall, and F fast castle. But I mean, I'm not missing that strategy at all.
No, exactly. It's fine. We don't need that strategy. It's fine.
No. That strategy is gone. Thanks to KOTD. Do you think it's a lot because of the map is much more complicated?
The map definitely changes things a lot, especially, well, even with the patch changes, the houses are nerfed, the palisade wall, but a lot of it comes down to the map. We're not seeing those maps with the 4 wood lines. They're super close to the TC. It just doesn't come up that often, but it sometimes does. So Berbers versus
and now
Japanese.
we're going to see. Ooh, I like Japanese here.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, I think Japanese here is definitely a really, really okay. Obviously, it depends a lot on the gameplay, if they're going to go aggressive. If Berbers is going defensive mode, like, maybe early aggression, and then you wall and put the castle like Sito did in the previous series. But Japanese here, it looks a good civilization to me.
Yeah, well, playing crossbowman is going to force, having access to fast attacking pikes and then playing crossbowman kind of forces the Berbers into a weird position where they kind of have to go crossbow as well, but then they don't have a good transition out of that. So, yeah, this is going to be tricky for the Berbers to play. I think that, I think Kasva's going to set the pace this game, and Vinchester's going to have to react.
Yeah, let's see, because we have as a blue Vinchester Berbers in the south with Bears at the back, gold flat on the, but a little bit forward. That's Vinchester, very open on the left, and the hills are common in KOTD Arabia. What do you think about this map, Mr. Survivalist?
Yeah, hills everywhere, but back berries, you can't complain too much about that. The gold, that side is not too difficult to wall, so he can have a little area to protect, and yeah, I think Vinchester's map's fine. Kasva, on the other hand, it's a little bit more open on the front. All of his important resources are forward on a hill. His wood lines are not quite as nice on the front there, so I think, Kasva is going to have a bit of a hard time with this map. But if he goes aggressive, say with early men-at-arms, as Japanese do frequently, he'll be able to put pressure, which we all know that putting pressure on your opponent means there's less pressure on yourself. So I think that that's probably what we're going to be seeing here. Now, it really comes down to how Vinchester's going to react to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think survival is really Japanese here. Need to go aggressive. You don't want to go defensive against Berbers.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Japanese tend to want to go aggressive in general anyways. So, yeah. That's probably what we're going to see. The real question is, are we going to see 3 men-at-arms or are we going to see 4 men-at-arms?
Good point.
Because, with 4 men-at-arms, you can't even repair behind. So difficult.
Oh, I'll look what we have next. Hera versus Jordan, amigos. Next series, Hera versus Jordan. And when Hera versus Jordan finish, the Viper versus NBL in your face. Oh my God, what a series. Damn. 3 villages on wood. Remember, guys, Lumbercamp's cheaper. Mill cheaper. Mining camp cheaper, 50%. You are saving a lot of wood. That's why probably even 3 villages on wood doesn't mean that it's gonna go scout or not a barrack. He can even go pre-mill rise with this civilization, right, Mr. Survivalist?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really liking this house that he's placing next to the wood line. It kind of doesn't really work towards the wall from Kasva, but it's, it should have been on the upper side. Well, wait, no. I have the orientation wrong. No, that's fine. It's working towards the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, so the reason why players place their houses forward like this, even though it takes the villager to move a little bit further, it's so that he can wall in front of the berries. So yeah, no, I was thinking about the map wrong. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, but the thing
is he gonna go for? There's the barracks. Yeah. So there's the barracks. We're on 16 pop, so this is gonna be Drush.
Yeah, I was about to ask, why he's not doing a little bit more forward? You can still wall the wood, and then you can even make a second lumbercamp, because I'm thinking about the second lumbercamp, and probably he will have to go to the wood at the back, and he cannot use that wood anymore, and it's a lot of wood. Anyway, shouldn't be a big deal, because he's probably trying to go really aggressive. You see, that wood is terrible. Like, well, maybe he can do behind the woodland on the other side, and now pushing also the deers.
Yeah, yeah. If he
Interesting.
goes to the wood on the other side, then it's going to leave him exposed to being attacked, though. So it's really hard to defend two places that are, like, across the map from each other. So, yeah, kind of difficult, but I guess we'll see how much damage. Wait, is he not making militia?
No,
He
he's
made
going
the
many times then,
barracks.
directly. Directly
Yeah,
many
but
times then.
why get the barracks this early? It's crazy. Okay.
Well, it's going to go up 20 pop. I want to make
Yeah, yeah.
militias as soon as possible. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it. I really like it. I want next
works.
because Kasva is not this kind of a player that is going to with the militias and then trying to push like the Leary style with arches out micro. Do you think he maybe can go even forward
With
village?
like a forward range, or
Yeah, so forward with 3-4 militias and try to go forward with some towers as well.
yeah,
Mind that he's
or
taking
towers,
that goal.
yeah.
If he's taking
This
that
map's
goal,
not really great for it. Like, if Kasva goes forward, it's not going to be great because, well, all the resources are in the back. So it's a lot easier to defend this for Vinchester. So, yeah, I think that the standard play is just going to be to get a range and just go men-at-arms archers. Pretty normal play, but it's meta for a reason. It's just a good play.
Okay, he's going now three militias. We see that he has 8 villages on wood, only 1 Larmican. And it's going right away, but he didn't find his opponent. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is really,
Well, he
really
sees the
bad.
stone. He knows he's around here. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And he's going in
He
the
doesn't
right
know
direction.
where he's standing exactly, but he'll figure it out.
He's getting
Just a
lucky.
sec.
Yeah, he's going to... He see the carpet now. Is that the barrack at the back?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
Look at the hole. Look at the hole.
no.
It's incredible. I mean, yeah, but now Vinchester noticed? That's the question. He did it. I
Yeah.
mean, he
No,
saved Vinchester there. But he saved Vinchester with that scout, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's seriously crazy. Come on, man. What hole is that? Oh my God. The hills, right? Survivalists? The hills are
It's
just
so
doing those
difficult
holes.
to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
I've been in the habit of just placing a palisade just to check. Oh, this is cheeky by him, just denying the, denying it from coming up. That's a range though, right? Like he's going for a range defensively against these men-at-arms, so that's pretty smart. Because, well, what are scouts gonna do against Japanese men-at-arms? You might as well just go straight to the range.
Die. They will die. Yeah, seriously. Men-at-arms are here. He's gonna try to take the palisade, but he's not able to take the palisade yet. As you can see, the scout is going to be there. He's going back. 22 bullets for both players. And he's taking some hill advantage, still trying to be annoying. I believe that, the archers are coming already from Kasva.
Well, the thing is that Vinchester's gonna have his own archer in time to stop Kasva's archer from coming across the map. So, well, both players are just gonna have ranged units now.
Whoa.
And a second range coming in. So this is the way to get ahead in this position is, well, you see your opponent's going 1 range, you just go 2 ranges, and you just have more. It can work.
And well, with Japanese, you get that advantage. Now he lost the scout, which is not that important anymore. Of course, you want it, but need to micro. And now he killed the other, so they are even already. Guys, this is so important game for Vinchester, obviously for Kasva too. But if Vinchester is losing, the Russian, an amazing guy, an amazing player, is gonna be out of the tournament. And Kasva definitely want to win this one. He's trying to go really aggressive. Man, look at this. Fletching, even Tone Watch, double archery range.
Yeah.
He need to mass some army and go. He need to keep going with the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to get caught out, but once Fletching completes and he has a skirm or two, he needs to go forward and just keep pushing. But if you look at Kasva, what he's doing, he's walling that east side. And that's going to keep him nice and safe. So he only has to protect one area, just the gold. Once that's all walled, Kasva's going to feel super safe. He doesn't need to full wall, he just needs to wall the one side.
Yeah, but he really need to attack now, and I'm telling you why. He has double archery range, bigger investment. Now he's 4 villages behind because he has been idle TC and he did Tone Watch. So obviously, well, three villages and a half, as you can see in the in Capture H. So he need to attack, otherwise Vinchester is gonna be fine with 1 archery range, and his transition to castles is gonna be stronger.
Yeah, he has to get damage done here. And, well, it looks like he's going to find it. Because the 2 skirmishers and the 4 archers, with some good micro, it's going to be good. But he needs to keep the skirmishers together with the archers. The fact that the skirmishers are forward means that Vinchester's going to engage with the skirms first. Although, oh, look at where he's stopping. Just outside of the line of sight. This is beautiful.
Oh. Yeah, he has to be careful here.
Well,
he has a lot more army.
There goes 4 archers.
Yeah.
Oh, but
yeah,
and
2 skirmishes.
Yeah, he could have secured all those. He's going to get 2 more.
Oh, but the Villiers, Kasva, the Villiers. Need to kill the Villiers there. He's going to kill... What?
He's going to get 1.
He's Berber Villiers.
He should have gotten 2.
Villiers.
Oh, come on, get this.
Nothing.
Oh,
he didn't take anything. That. Oh, but now. Oh, Vinchester, please.
Donation.
Okay, he's taking out the Villiers. Oh my goodness. Well,
Nice.
that Villier destiny survival, it was definitely die. You know, like it was his destiny, and he got it. Anyway, skirmishes, archers still being really annoying. Oof.
Yeah,
double the army.
As you said, he doesn't really go Leary style with the really solid micro. He could have gotten to the top of the hill and killed everything, but he kind of sat at the bottom of the hill and just let his guys shoot at max range, and yeah, just prevented him from getting quite as much damage. But this is still good.
I mean, yeah,
exactly.
He still have numbers, but look at the economy for Vinchester. He's looking smooth. According to the situation, he still have 3 villages more. His resources are looking fine, so he has to be careful there. So now the question is, he keep committing and trying to go aggro because it looks like Vinchester is getting closer and closer to Castle Age, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, well, Vinchester's base is completely walled, so, well, walled enough that he's not going to take damage from a lot more aggression in Feudal Age. So I think both players need to be considering going to Castle Age, which they are. They're both floating enough resources. Looks like Vinchester's going to get there first, but Kasva's not going to be too far behind, and Kasva's going to have the military lead. So really early Castle Age is going to be maybe a little bit tricky for Kasva because Vinchester's going to have crossbowmen on him, but if he can just prevent crossbowmen from doing damage, then I think Kasva's going to pull ahead once he has the larger unit mats.
Okay, man. The game is very close, as you can see. Resources is still very, very smooth economy for Vinchester. We are in 18 minutes and he's about to go up. Look at this. Market. He doesn't need to use. He probably want to go. Oh my god. But this is not the greatest for Kasva. Now Vinchester, that is up to Castle, is faster. He has the stone to also make TCs. Well, Kasva sell everything. And now what is the play? Keep going with double archery range because, come on, you are Berbers, you want to make us stable as well.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well, it's a big investment at this stage to add in a stable, especially for like not having horse collar that entire time. He's going to need to spend his wood on more farms or even TCs. So going for the stable at this point might be a little bit of an over-investment for Vinchester. So I think if he just stays on the 2 range and adds TCs or, you know, even does ballistics or something like that, that's going to allow him to actually do things. But this was pretty bad, losing those units before upgrades.
Well,
yeah,
at
that's
the end,
really good for Kasva.
Yeah, well, yeah. It could be even better, but as you said, 6 units, 11 units. Kasva seems to be going all in, and I'm telling you why. Triple archery range, maybe ballistic from there.
Yep.
And then, well, triple archery range as well for Vinchester. Okay.
Yeah.
Ballistic right away or Siege Workshop?
Yeah, well, Siege Workshop's going to help, but I think Kasva's going to go for ballistics right away. We'll see. We just have to wait and see, but yeah, Vinchester just getting the gold mining upgrade now. Looks like he wants to play a bit of an economic approach here. I wouldn't be surprised if he added TC because he was trying to conserve his stone. Look at these gates. He's got 2 palisade gates. That's like, why not just stone gate? Unless you're going to use the stone for something, right? So, yeah.
Elite skirmishes and crossbow. Okay. Well, he has no crossbows, actually. Yeah, but he has no crossbows. He has 2 archers, you know?
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is those 2 archers are in the opponent's base, and that's the important thing, is that they're in the back of the base, so they could potentially do something, maybe. but looks like he didn't have full scouting.
The TC in front, imagine if he's getting inside, Kasva need to kill the village, is not doing because there is no ballistic. He's so good, but now won't be able, and that TC obviously is gonna protect the goal and gonna be safe in that regard. But you need to try to attack probably the wood line. At home, he's gonna be fine, he's gonna be defending. Kasva military numbers is insane. Kasva need siege workshop forward at this point, Mr. Survivalist. What do you think?
Well, Kasva's gonna be okay because, well, he's got all of these ranges and everything, and he's got all of the, well, there it is. But yeah, against the skirmishers, yeah, exactly. He's gonna need them against the skirmishers because he's just going pure crossbowman, and then he's gonna be able to push with siege. But did he just buy back stone? He just bought back stone, so looks like we're gonna be playing a boom game, kind of like last game. These players don't like to go too aggressive. It seems.
Yeah, but it's kind of awkward, because you are doing all the upgrades. You have a really important advantage. No horse cola, though it's bad for Kasva at this point. He's doing the Mangonel, and you don't want to send the Mangonel lonely. Maybe he's gonna stay at home with the Mangonel. But with those amount of crows you have, you really want to kill. You have so many units, but Vinchester is getting there with the skirmishers. Okay.
I think the stone was bought prematurely. He spent so much money buying that stone, and he still hasn't used it yet. So that could have been resources spent elsewhere. And there's the third TC.
Third TC is gonna take down all the crows. Ooh, okay.
Yeah. But he's not gonna get in though. Even if he gets in, there's that TC there. He can't walk past it. So this Mangonel coming in is key.
Imagine Survivalist, the siege was so forward in that kill. Let's see if he's gonna kill those skirmishes, because if he's not, if he's losing the Mangonel for free, I'm gonna cry. No, he's gonna make the job. And Vinchester is not now his Micron. Okay, might lose it.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't send a Mangonel alone
can still
ever,
go down. Honestly, like, no, he's not gonna nerd this, but that's still fine. Yeah, ballistics is a pretty important upgrade for when you're wanting to put pressure on the opponent, especially against Berbervilles. You need to be able to actually hit them. And no ballistics in sight for Kasva. So he's just going to be missing a lot of shots. Oh, this is really good, though. Picking off a few of these skirms. Oh, they're good micro by Vinch. Wow.
But I really don't understand his gameplay right now. He did the siege workshop at home and he's sending more and more Mangonels. Okay, now he's doing the TC. But then, if he's gonna play this kind of game, he's gonna fall behind by a lot against Vinchester with the economy.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. So he's got to do damage here. What if he takes out the ranges? All the ranges are here. If he took out all the ranges, then no more units. So that could be good, and he's got this hill advantage. He's going to take the ranges out pretty quickly. And yeah, that seems to be the plan. Let's see the Mangonel micro then. So Vinchester's got the siege workshop in the back, and he's going to start making Mangonels as soon as he can.
An outpost here. Sorry, an outpost here forward by Kasva will be also great because he's attacking there, but he has no stone, so he cannot make it. And then he doesn't know if the Mongol is going to come. He has to be really paying attention. The archery range is going to go down. Then after that, he can take a town center. Now this TC is great because blue is coming there with those. A few arches. Well, skirmishes mainly, but he's going in. And the game, so interesting, man. So interesting, and one bad move for one of the players, it can be the game here. But what Vinchester can do here to stop this push, honestly?
Yeah, well, he just has to have good Mangonel micro versus Kasva here. He has to get some nice, like, 2-for-1s, something like that.
Oh my god.
Mangonel right there. There's a start.
Yeah. Okay.
He has to get a couple more of those, and then it's fine. Because he's got the eco advantage. He just has to delay this push from Kasva. He doesn't even need to stop it.
If you think about that, his economy is not super ahead, and I'm telling you why. Boso for Kasva and wheelbarrow, while no Boso and no wheelbarrow, but no, oh my god, oh my god, I mean, oh my god, Kasva, really, and now losing those. Look, you can see Kasva reaction. He lost 3 Mangonels by 1, which is terrible in this situation, and what I told you, an outpost there will be sick, but Kasva resources is gonna go up to Imperial. Because look his economy.
He has to, I guess. He has to get some kind of advantage. If he's not going to have military advantage, he's not going to have tech advantage. Well, or he's not going to have eco advantage. He's going to have the tech advantage. And that's what he's going to go for. Just early Imperial Age Arbalist push and hope for the best.
It can work. He needs the building, by the way. He has the resource, but again, won't have the building. And you want to have the timing when you are with that little economy. You really want to make the damage as soon as possible. And 30 seconds can be game here, you know? Because your opponent will have 20, 30 villages more, and you want to kill. Now just look, he's doing the university, harassing the university with 5 villages, but he's going to go up to Imperial. It's also true that in that area, the castle is just happening. Yes, it's protecting the stone, but if he's going around, he can still do a lot of damage. You know the problem here? That Japanese doesn't have bomber cannons.
Exactly. And he's not going to have trebuchets either, so there's really no way to push a castle. So the Arbs just have to sit on the farm eco. They have to kill like 30, 40 vills. Then he's fine, but that's going to be very difficult to make work.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to go on the stone now.
Yeah. Well, but how many villages he need to put on his stone? And he has 60. He has 60 villages. It's true that he will borrow some economy advantage. He's not mining any stone, as you can see. Then now what is the play here for Vinchester? If he's noticing, he's still with the army he has. He cannot do pretty much anything to Kasva. Kasva need to wait now to Imperial, but he need to buy the castle, or he's gonna be the Arbalist and oath to raid, because Kasva don't even have, okay, Ballistic is on the way. And now with Ballistic, he can really do the damage. Ballistic, +3, you know, take everything with those. But,
yeah, and if Vinchester's economy so far behind to Imp, he's going to need to make just skirmishers. And he lost all of his ranges, so that's actually going to be a little tricky. He's going to have to add more. But let's see his reaction in a minute when Kasva's up.
Well, Kasva is reacting a lot, as you can see. The problem is that Vinchester economy is getting there. Vinchester's economy is just getting there. 30 farmers, 10 on gold, 20 on stone. He's about to go up. And Berber's transition in Imperial is going to be lovely. Cavaliers, Camel Archers, Bombard Cannons, whatever you want to do, because those are going to be cheap. Obviously, still 3 minutes. 3 minutes for that. Yeah. In the meanwhile, Arval is coming, but you need to raid a lot.
Yeah, there's a big problem for Vinchester to go cavalry, is that he has no upgrades, like no stables. He's really not set up to do that play right now. He's really just set up to spam skirmishers, which is probably going to be what he does. And it is sort of the right play here, because he's going to be up against Arb for a while. He needs to build up skirmisher numbers so that he can actually sort of fight it. And I think that's what he's going to do. If he's going to make a cavalry transition, that's going to be quite a bit later in the game.
Okay. We are going to see. Now he has double the army. Obviously, 30 villages less. But the timing, the momentum for Kasva, it's 2 minutes. He has 2 minutes to do the job. And he needs to raid a lot. Obviously, if he's raid a lot, my goodness, Kasva still losing army against when the TC. Well, what is this? You can't lose anything. And also, there's a Mangonel on the left that is taking. What? You can't lose. No! Oof. Oof. Almost, but he didn't. It's still, the problem for Kasva survival is look at the resources. He don't even have Arbalist upgrade because he has no economy at all. He's doing another TC.
He can barely afford it. But how is he going to do damage with these 2 castles here? He can't go anywhere. These castles are beautiful, and a third one.
3 castles. Whoa!
Fight Vinchester. Like, he can't go do anything. He's just gonna go into the castles, and he's just gonna just lose hope. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Once he sees that second castle, he's gonna know that there's no way to attack here. You can't hit any timing. Yeah, there goes the Arb timing. Because, yeah, he has to go all the way around. By that time, well, Vinchester's gonna have fully upgraded whatever he wants. Skirmishers. Probably what he's gonna make. Yeah, he's making more skirmishers here.
Vinchester is definitely not in a hurry. He can just set up whatever he needs. Just go for bombard cannons. And if he's just going bombard cannons and set up those skirmishers fully upgraded, it's fine. I don't really think that he needs Camel Archers here. Like, the right here will be, of course, he needs the stables. But Cavaliers here destroyed everything, you know. But as you say, don't have even stables. He will need, because you want husbandry and bloodlines if he's doing this. But no, the difference is just too big. We are going for another decider game, Mr. Survivalist.
Definitely.
Decider
yeah,
game.
exactly.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
because Vinchester doesn't need to finish this yet. I mean, he should finish it with a treb push here, but yeah, he can be patient. As long as he doesn't throw. Like, even this is not really enough damage. It'll do some damage, but yeah, as long as Vinchester keeps his skirmisher numbers up, he's got bomber cannons for the mangonels or potential onagers. There's really nothing that Kasva can do in this position. That's what it feels like.
He's 30 villages behind. Yeah, he's 30 villages behind. He's doing all the upgrades, Vinchester. He's even doing few towers at home. So with those towers, he's just gonna avoid any possibility to the Arbalest to make a massive damage. If he's upgrading to the war tower, it's gonna be absolutely fantastic, which is not happening, but still, towers are used there. It's gonna be another in the south. He should put villages. He's doing 40,
exactly.
Okay. Keep trying to make more economy.
He's gonna try and get that up, but, well, there's gonna be bombar cannons in the mix soon. And, yeah, the Kasva's front is just gonna die.
Yeah, he's coming with some
really has no map control anymore. Yeah.
I think he never got map control, to be honest. Survivalist.
Yeah.
I really think he really never got map control. Now he's still taking here, and now Kasva should be the one who is, well, maybe he just want to make him work also a lot the victory, but this is a 2-2 almost confirmed. At least that Vinchester is doing a big throw, which don't think so is gonna happen. And the Russian is gonna keep trying. And man, decided game again, and then Hera versus Jordan. What the hell? Well, for a Sunday evening, amigos, you want to see how the players are gonna try their best, and they are trying definitely their best with the crazy series. And here we are with the skirmishers taking absolutely everything. It's crazy that he's winning just when you are using Berbers. You don't expect that he's gonna win Japanese just with the skirmishers, right?
Yeah. Well, but it really just makes a lot of sense, though. Like, Berbers doesn't really have the correct units here. You don't build real units. You build skirmishers when you don't have good units. And sometimes it can work. So, there we go. And this is working really well for him. And, well, Kasva is adding in his own skirmishers, which is key here. He basically needs skirmishers to kill the skirmishers from Vinchester. But it seems like it's going to just not be enough. As long as Vinchester keeps his skirm numbers high. That's the most important thing.
Vinchester can soon... Okay, a castle there for Kasva, but he's 2,000 score different. Vinchester can just go husbandry. He can go soon to Hussars, and then, well, he's losing the Camel Archers. Population is still really ahead because village defense is 30, but Vinchester is not really finishing the game. Like, seriously.
Yeah. This castle
is not finishing the game.
In danger.
This castle is...
Well, with the constant skirms, yeah, no, he can't really do it, but... Yeah, well, here's the map control for Vinchester. He just needs to be pushing from the center with Siege now. And we've seen a distinct lack of Siege. Where are his bombard cannons? He's been slowly building them, but I haven't seen them at all. They're somewhere. Kind of in the back of the base. Okay. Gonna get this party started with the Hussars soon.
Let's hype, Mr. Survivalist. We are already with 9,000 viewers. Are we gonna get for the decider 10,000, Mr. Survivalist? What do you think? Do you think we can get it right there?
Let's see 10,000.
But
even if people are just here for the next set, it's like, it's fine. It's 10,000. It's 10,000.
No. They want to see Vinchester and Kasva as well. We want to give them the credit that they deserve. Obviously, they want to see Hera and Jordan for sure, and then Viper and MBL. But we have got from the first series over 8K already, which is insane. We have a lot of people enjoying this tournament. Hopefully, you enjoy. We're gonna see a decided game most likely. It's true that Kasva is defending like a boss here with 2 castles, but the problem is bombard cannons with siege engineer, even doing thumbering, getting all the map control. We want to see just Hussars probably, but Vinchester is taking 0 risk at this point. 0, literally.
Yeah.
Don't want
to
when
you're playing for this much money, why take risks?
Yeah.
When you just play safe and secure the victory. Just don't go too crazy. And look at this.
GG Decider, man. GG Decider game. Oh my goodness. And then Boy, I will take this civilization, but Kasva has Kumans and Kelts, you know? You know, this is what he has for the decided game that can be epic, you know? Can be epic statistics. And let's check the military. Well, let's check everything, Mr. Mapu, because this is just going to be amazing. We can see kills, losses, pretty much the same, but the economy difference was too big, survivalist.
Yeah, exactly. Just Kasva his Castle Age strategy just wasn't quite it didn't quite work out for him. He got the Siege Workshop at home, making mangonels walk across the map. It just, I don't know, he just couldn't get enough done with what he tried.
Yeah.
And losing the 3 mangonels to 1 was disaster.
Yeah, this strategy maybe is going to work with a civilization like Ethiopians, that you can add bombard cannons, for example, and the arbalists are very strong. But without bombard cannons, siege rams, maybe even, and not a castle up, then it's not working. Anyway, as we were talking, now the question of the day, Mr. Survival, is Sicilians, Mongols, Celts, Cumans. What do we pick here?
This is such a tough one. It seems like Mongols is a pretty safe pick, but, well, if Cumans comes out, well, they don't have heavy camel, but they do have camels. Does Mangadai beat everything here? That's the real question. Does Mangadai beat Kipchak and everything else that Cumans can make? Because Mongols is definitely a good pick against Celts.
And Cumans isn't too tricky, no?
Yeah, Cumans can be tough. It's like you want to go aggressive on them, but then you don't want them to be in feudal age for too long because they've got the second TC. So they could be a scary civ to go up against.
Because you don't know what to do against them.
Yeah, you basically you either tower, you take them off of berries. If you take Cumans off of berries, they can't produce from 2 TCs. Or what you want to do is go for a Castle Age siege push. Like, there's a few good options.
I got the answers for you. It's a classic brutal Black Forest matchup. Mongols versus Celts. You know?
Let's go.
Mongols versus Celts. Celts eat TC, Mongols eat everything, you know?
Yeah.
But
honestly,
what do you prefer here?
I favor Mongols a lot. Yeah. Mongols is going to be a great civilization here for Vinchester. And yeah, we'll see if Kasva's got some crazy stuff in mind. If he goes for some all-in, he could make it work. But, well, if Mongols just goes for an early castle or something like that, that's going to stop any all-in. And then you just make a couple Mangadai, and they kill all. So, yeah, it's gonna depend on what Kasva can do in feudal age with Celts. I think he's gonna have to go hyper aggressive.
Let's interact with the chat. Chat, just type Celts or Mongols, whatever you prefer, because we prefer decided games. And this is Vinchester with Mongols on the left, on the right side, Kasva with the Celts. What we are going to see now, and remember that the co-caster for the next 2 series is going to be another decent player. It's being called the Kid. Well, most known as Leary. Leary is going to be here with me, and then we're going to have Mongols and Kasva, and we are already with Mapu in Vinchester map. What do you think about this map, Mr. Survivalist?
Yeah, so this map is great. This is super easy to defend. The 4 wood lines, you can sort of work towards walls if you want to, but also back berries, back gold. The deer's in the back to push. It's like, it's going to be a longer game if Kasva can't really punish this, because it's going to be really difficult to actually do damage here. And yeah, so for Kasva's map, he's got the forward berries. Not too bad, I guess, because there's that wood line. You can wall down from it, but a little bit uglier than Vinchester's map. The back gold is nice. The wood lines are okay. But yeah, I think that Vinchester's got the slightly better map, but I don't think anyone can complain about the map. Whoever loses this can't really say it's because of the map. It's close enough. So are we going to eat TC? No.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, I mean, you think Kasva could try to go Hoang style? Because Hoang with Celts has, I mean, everyone has seen so many games. It is possible in this version of Arabia to do this strategy, because I'm not been watching Hoang lately quite a lot. I don't know how he's adapting to this KOTD Arabia and if he is still doing these strategies as well. But imagine that. The problem is Mongols are very fast. Do you think it's really possible to do the job?
Well, against Mongols, it's really tough to make that work. You can. Okay. Here. Oh, this is going to be 2 sheep dead, maybe. Oh, this is totally 2 sheep.
No.
Oh. This is a funny fight, actually. It's really difficult to... Like, you want your opponent to have the sheep, and then...
He will get it, the sheep then, because he has more HP now. 1 HP more.
Wow.
Okay. He got it.
Well played, Kasva.
Yeah, Vinchester don't want to give up that scout because he has the Mongols. He probably want to also push the deers, but he's still trying to go and probably find the sheep and kill it. Ooh, he's gonna take it back. Ooh. He's still going.
Ooh.
No, what?
Mongol sees it though. He sees it with Mongols.
Yeah.
Oh, is he gonna go back for the sheep?
And now he'll.
Wait! Celts have the sheep bonus. Disaster.
Yeah.
Celts have the sheep bonus. Yeah. He can't kill them because he just converts.
Okay, and didn't take it. Exactly.
He might take them home, though.
It's playing to the viewers. What is that bonus? Well, no, I'm not sure you explained to me.
Celts have a very strange bonus where, as long as you have a unit in the line of sight of enemy herdables, you just automatically convert them, even if the enemy's in line of sight as well. But in this situation, you want the enemy to convert them so that you can kill them. But you can't do that with Celts. So, wow.
So that bonus is negative for you this time, you know?
Yeah, but it ended up working here because Kasva's going to get the sheep back. So, there we go. We found a situation where this bonus actually made sense. It was good.
Yeah, but Kasva wasn't really smooth with that. He got 12 idle TC, which is 12 second idle TC, which is not the greatest. And we see now the Mongols doing the job. 19 population going to go up. You can go even faster, but 19 population is, in my opinion, okay. It's very solid.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You can even go down to like 16.
Or scouts.
I think we're gonna see scouts on this fast up. I think we've got to see scouts here. I think that's most likely going to be the play. We're going to see men-at-arms from Kasva, which that's going to do some damage against the scouts. Oh, that ostrich.
But you want to see
too far away.
Do you want to go scouts against Celts? That they're going to have the spears are going to be as fast as the scouts, man.
Well, you can still run the scouts. I think if he plays scouts into archers, that's going to be good. Like the Khmer from earlier. We saw scouts into archers. I think that's going to be a great play. Because you've got the scouts for mobility. You can run around. You can see where the enemy is. You still have the line of sight on Mongols. So you have a better chance of actually finding where the enemy is. And then you've got the archers to pick off everything. So I think that's probably got to be the play here. But we'll see. I don't think he can get away with just pure scouts. Especially not with walling like this. From Vinchester.
Okay.
Like, if you're going to go full scouts here, or only scouts,
Okay. Decided game, and we have what? Let's go and see. This is the stable. A stable in the house with a lot of food, as you can see. 500 food, but the militias are coming. You don't want to take any battle there. Double attacks and horse collar is still missing. Hopefully, Vinchester remember about that because he will need those upgrades. And he's doing horse collar first. Okay.
That looks like he forgot double bit, honestly. You don't do that if
he's
there
doing.
It is. Okay.
He's doing. Okay, he's doing. Well, he wanted to have both. Probably is because he has all under the TC gone, so he want to have the farmers already with the upgrade. Exactly, as you can see. Yeah. And then now, going for the scout. The militias are coming and gonna be men-at-arms for sure. That is stable. Is in danger? Don't think so because he is in the range and now he's gonna be walling. You have to be really careful. Those men-at-arms are so fast, man. I mean, look how fast they are. I mean, you can notice. Yeah. You seriously can notice that they are very fast.
They really are. Yeah. It would have been really nice for Vinchester to wall that north side because then he could have just had one hole in his base. Now he's got so many holes everywhere. He's gonna need small walls and hopefully he doesn't fail his small walls because these men-at-arms are coming in. And he's setting them up early, so this is good. And with the three scouts, soon to be 4, he will be able to fight this. Because remember, they just move faster. They don't do any more damage like Japanese. So he will take a good fight here. With the Vills,
he's trying to go.
This will be an okay fight, actually.
Well,
not optimal, but it will be okay.
Well,
it's fine.
has lost 2 scouts already.
Yeah. Well, one of them was already weak
I'm
from
not-
earlier, though. So, you know, just to get rid of the men-at-arms without walling too much is already worth it. Because if he didn't kill the men-at-arms here, the men-at-arms are going to come in and force more walls, and that's more resources lost. So now he can go forward with the scouts. So I think that play was
but
okay.
now... But now he needs to raid something. Well, he will try, and he's doing the RT range already, so he's fine, as you say. Yep. Now Kasva has been with the 32 seconds idle TC. Okay, go, survivalist.
Vinchester's just going to have defensive skirms, and he's going to be completely fine to this aggression as long as he sees it coming in. And look at the way he's sending the scout. He smells something's fishy. He sees this. He's going to be fine. And he's going to raid with these 3 scouts. So I really like Vinchester's position here. He's got the better civ. He's got less idle TC time. And he's got the better position in the game. Let's see what these do.
Okay. He's coming with the scout, and there is nothing. This is disaster incoming. He's not even a spear. That's weird. That's really weird. Well, it's only to a scout, but still he might pick a villager if he play properly. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good micro.
Yeah, but this is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll take now.
This is going to be a Vil.
Now 1 villager.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 Vil for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
An economy idle, but why he didn't have a spear there? And now don't need the TC. Yeah, I think Vinchester is in a very good position right now, Mr. Survivalist.
Exactly.
Seriously.
And those archers are going to get picked off, and then 3 spears aren't going to do anything. So, yeah. This is looking pretty good for Vinchester. But it's not over by any means. But,
no.
What's
but
the
he's still
farm count?
But a lot of farms here for Vinchester, and not only that, he has right now the army 4 villages more, 1 minute 23 seconds idle TC, looking very solid for the Russian. Look at the score; he's doing a stable, so he feels that he need to go for the feudal aggression, but. Yeah. Vinchester has answers to all that. He has a better economy. He's doing fletching. He can also make more scouts. The spears are fast, but the skirmishes are just going to help now a lot when the fletching is there. And he's bringing even more. And this is really good for the Russian.
Yes. I don't know how much aggression is really going to do with this map. Vinchester's just pretty secure. And yeah, Kasva's going to try it. The thing that's going to be good for Kasva is if he saves up a couple of scouts and doesn't reveal them. If he saves up like 2-3 scouts and catches a bunch of skirmishers off guard, I think he can at least equalize the game. But he just got horse collar now, so his eco is really behind. Although he has Celt lumberjacks. But here we see.
Yeah,
okay,
that goal
so he's
is
going to defend just a spear. Yeah, he's going to go
yeah,
forward.
But the goal is
going to
be exposed.
Yeah.
But the goal is exposed. He has the skirmishes also there. He can see now the stable, but now it doesn't matter. But look at the score difference. It's not looking good for Kasva. And the biggest problem is not only this, is that the economy now for Vinchester is looking very solid. He's sending some army at home, and he can do there some damage. Because at home, Vinchester got nothing. 0 units. So he can kill a lot with those archers, Mr. Survivalist.
Exactly. Oh, we had a little overchop there, but he did realize it. That's good. And
go home. Tower. That's good tower.
Tower, yeah.
That's a needed tower.
And look at that outpost too. Beautiful. Oh, losing a Vil. Losing the Vil on the wood. But yeah, this will get cleaned up. But Kasva's dreams of doing any damage here are completely gone. He can't do anything at Feudal Age anymore. So he has to really work towards the next age, but he's going to be so far behind. And there goes the spears. But with these scouts, it'll be okay.
No, Vinchester is playing this so nice. Very good. He has well protected the goal. He's about to go up to castles. And ladies and gentlemen, Vinchester maybe is doing the comeback. He's gonna clean here, probably. That the scout is also going probably to die. But he forced Kasva to invest a lot of economy into that army that now is not really going to do any damage to Vinchester, because Vinchester is on the way to castle. He has the tower there, and with few skirmishes there, he's gonna hold those. And now second stable. He's gonna go knight. He's mining stone. This is looking so good for the Russian. What do you think survival is?
Oh yeah. Vinchester's just gonna be able to basically do anything in Castle Age. He's gonna go for knights and just flood knights. Just a classic strategy. Just make knights and win. And that's going to be pretty strong. I wonder if we're going to see some Step Lancers. That'd be cool. But anyways, if Kasva fully walls his base, he can have a chance. He has to realize that there's 2 stables and prevent knights from getting in. And then he might be able to buy enough time to get whatever, maybe pikemen or something. Because it's not like Celts really have the greatest military. They don't have good knights. They don't really have great crossbowmen. So, yeah, it's like he almost has to play infantry here into knights, which can sometimes work, especially with the speedy pikes. Oh,
oof.
Pause.
A pause. Look at Vinchester, man. I mean, look at they are stressed. I mean, the stress is important here as well. It's a small pause, Segmos, but you saw his face as well. Now the skirmishes, he's gonna take some value there. The tower is there. The good thing is that this is very close to the TC, so he cannot dive into more resources. He lost 1 value there, but he's almost in Castle Age. Kasva now is gathering, obviously, the resources. Yes, he is. He's gonna make the market here and will go up, but he's still open. If he was wall completely here, maybe he could be okay. But he's still completely open, which is what I don't understand when you are committing a lot in Feudal Age. I don't know what you think, Mr. Survival.
Yeah, well, I think as soon as Castle Age comes in for Vinchester, we're going to see a bunch of walls get placed, because that's like the last moment that he's able to actually start his walls and still have them up on time. But if he waits until he sees the knights at his base, well, it's going to be way too late. So we'll see if he tries to plug some of these holes. That's got to be the plan, or at least spears queued up or something, because otherwise he's gonna have some problems here. All the spears are gonna die.
If he keep Lancers, Survivalist.
There we are.
Memstradamus, Survivalist Damus. The Lancers are here. Okay, and now the Lancers that are very cool are taking over.
Yeah. Lancers are great. Especially Mongols Lancers, because they have the extra HP, and so they're just gonna be so much stronger right without too many upgrades. Like 98 HP for what they cost is insane. And what you get with Step Lancers is they're faster than Knights. They also have the range, so they're just the best raiding unit. They're so much better than Knights at raiding. They don't want to go under the TC because they have less Pierce armor, but they're super speedy boys. So, Cav Archer and Steps. Let's go.
Ooh, also a little bit better against the pikes, probably because of the range. You can maybe deal properly. Well, we will see. Now it's open. Still, there's a hole, I think, in that house. But here with the Cav Archers, look at the hole. Okay, he's walling, but the Cav Archers are going to do the damage. Still,
there's like 3 holes in the wall. Like there's still so many holes.
I think it's still open. It's still open there. And the Cav Archers, I think, look at this. It's open or not? No. Okay.
It's not open.
He's forcing him to go away. He's taking another villager. And now the goal is gonna be that this is a great position for Vinchester. He need to raid the goal as well. And resources for Kasva, it's 0 wood. 0 wood, so he cannot make siege, he cannot defend. Look at the score difference, and Vinchester is getting closer and closer. I don't know if he's gonna be able to finish. He's doing now the Lumbercamp. He's just denying the goal as well. He's doing a great game for a decided Vinchester. The population is very close, but this is not about the population. It's about the momentum, the timing, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah, those Cav Archers were key here. If you just go for melee cavalry, you die to the pikemen. But with a few Cav Archers, it prevents Kasva from really wanting to commit on pikemen. And then what does he do? He doesn't have anything. He goes siege. Well, there's Step Lancers. So it's so hard to deal with. A great play by Vinchester to do this composition. Mix of units.
Yeah. And look at the army now. No army at all. No army at all for Kasva. Vinchester with 13 units. Is still more Cav Archers behind the woodline. This is looking so good for the Russian. He's still sending more Cav Archers, and he has the mobility. So he has all the map control. Population is now 20 population ahead. 1,000 score difference. He's still trying. Obviously, he's doing Scorpions. The Scorpions are shooting much faster, but they really keep there, and soon GG Cole, Vinchester did the job and came back. Look at Kasva. He put a heart. I don't know if we can see, sadly. We did the back really fast with the transition, but he put a heart. Like, look at Kasva. Reaction was amazing. We love Kasva as well. Come on, we need to show a lot of love on Kasva. And amazing series, Mr. Survivalist.
Oh yeah, amazing. It was so great to see another 3-2. And yeah, just the matchup for this last game was a big problem.
Tough.
Like I think Mongols are just better here. Both players played well, but yeah, Kasva just didn't really have an army this game. Proper army.
Oh boy,
anyways.
let's see if Vinchester is ready. Okay, let's go what Vinchester has to say with Mr. Riley.
Thanks, Meb. Yes, joined by Vinch here. Look at that smile on your face, my friend. Very happy to have gotten across the line there against Kasva. Congratulations. I mean, that last game was a lot faster than some of the others that we saw there. Talk to us about the moving up to castle, getting the step lance, the cav archers. You just looked like you were really all in the full on aggression there.
Yeah, that was a crazy game, especially the last one. I didn't know what to go because I was kind of scary about the siege, monk, and knights pushing castle edge. So I thought, like, I don't know what happened. I just need to build my castle. So I need mango dice. I think that's the only unit will win me the game. So then I realized that he's probably full feudal. Then I thought, like, okay, I need a second stable. And later I realized, like, okay, there is no super aggression. Then I need something before I will build the castle because my stone isn't great. And I decided to go for CA. So that was like every minute I have changed my mind about what I want to go for.
Well, you landed on the right page. You know, Kasva missing the second stable there while he was scouting about, I think helped you a long way in kind of getting the jump on him. Even though he walled up, you did a great job of really applying the pressure to his base. I want to talk about in game number one. We saw some aggression from you, castle drops, that sort of stuff. That was great. But I want to ask about going up to Imp. You pushed him up to Imp pretty quick. You didn't really have a military advantage, obviously, with 70 villagers to back you up there. Talk to us about pushing to Imp in game number two and what your decision-making process was there.
Game number two, I suppose, Tatars versus Byzantines.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I thought, like, okay, those ships are crazy, which spawns under the TC, and we had kind of good eco in feudal age because that was a long feudal age. And I thought, like, okay, if I have food, then probably I can a little bit. I can be better. There's Byzantine, so I just don't let him opportunity to make a fast imp on me. So if I'll just imp, then there will be no advantage for him at this side, and I will just take this hill. And that was important. I think I built real nice castle, and I could trap down almost half of his base. And probably his map wasn't that great. I mean, about the stone at least in feudal age, he controlled it well. So that was a really hard game for him. And I thought, like, okay, I have an opportunity for this, and I will go for this. So that's why I decided to go for fast imp. Overall, of course, I don't think you need to go for that with Tatars because it's really good post imp with CA and Hussars. So, yep, like this.
Well, it worked out really well for you in game number two there. I want to ask as well, we saw a couple of times, I mean, it's not just with you and the games you've played, but with a couple of other ones, we saw some key moments open up when there were holes in walls. It seems all throughout this entire tournament, King of the Desert 4, people have been leaving holes in their walls. When that happens and when an opponent breaks through a wall that you thought was secure because there's a hole in it, how do you deal with that? I want to ask two things. Immediately, what is your response in game, right? Like, how do you respond to the wall, the wall having a hole in it? And the second is psychologically, what do you do to make sure that you don't get tilted, that you stay ahead, that you make sure you stay focused? Talk to us about some of the psychology of having having your walls not as secure as you thought.
So about the game plan, game mind, it's like you just feel like at the first game I thought, like, okay, there's 2 layers everywhere. I have time to react in case if I'll see archers. But in case when you realize that there is a hole, you know that you are not safe anymore and you need to react right now. So you just change the timing when you need to react and you try to take good decisions right away. So, like, I try to build tower, make more army, try to bring all my army together at this point. So that was a game. So you just make a fast decision and realize how we want to deal with this. And psychologically, that was at least in the first game, so that's kind of good for me. Of course, then it happens in the last one when you tries to play as good as you can and you know that you just need to wait a little bit, later you will be stronger and there's a hole in you, like, just losing. This is terrible. But in game number 1, it's like challenging, so you know that, okay, yeah, I was unfortunately a little bit or probably unskilled because I didn't check for it, and yeah, probably I just need to try to come back at this one, and this is what I tried. So psychologically, at least in this series, that wasn't really hard about this hole.
Well, Vinch, Well done, mate. That was a hard-fought contest. We enjoyed all of those 5 games, and I appreciate you taking the time to chat to us after your victory. Well done. Best of luck in the next ones. Hope to talk to you again very soon.
Thank you very much. Have a nice time there. See you.
Well, amazing series. But now, guys, I have a bad news for you. Because Survivalist is gonna leave. So we want to spam the chat with the love to Survivalist. Then also put his link, Mr. Survivalist. The stream is for you.
All right. Thanks for all the support, everyone. Thanks to Mem for having me on. It's been a pleasure casting these games. I mean, we had 2 full series, 10 games in a row, and you got to do another 2 series. You're crazy, like insane. But it's been a blast, and yeah, great to see all the various strategies today. And yeah, I'd love to come on again if people want me. So yeah, that's basically it. Check me out on the Twitch there. Check me out on YouTube. I've got a lot of educational content on YouTube, how to get improve at the game, stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to get better, if you want to see yourself in King of the Desert one of these days, check out my YouTube. And yeah, that's it. Back over to you, Mem.
Thank you, man. Take care, amigo. Thank you so much, guys. Now we are going to jump right very, very soon into Hera versus Jordan. First, highlights from this previous series, interviews, and going with Hera versus Mr. Jordan. Let's go, amigos. It's open. It's a hole. It's a hole. It's a damn hole. Oh my God. Well, that's it. I mean, unbelievable. I can't believe that is happening over and over and over.